Did you guys ever have those guys come to like children's birthday parties that had like all the snakes and reptiles and stuff? I was looking at a picture the other day, and it's my sister like literally getting choked out by this like, you know, Burmese python, whatever they are. And I asked my dad, I was like, how do you like confirm that this guy's like safe and he's gonna make sure that it doesn't? And he was like, we didn't really think about it, but like looking back on it, like we didn't really know this guy.
Dude gets on a child.
Can we record all this, Jake?
It's recording, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, great.
That's also like
Are we live?
We're live. Yeah.
before Yelp.
We're
too.
live.
Yeah, you just had to take his word for it.
Yeah, like if one of those snakes did kill a neighborhood kid, no
never
one
hear
would
about
know.
it. No.
He could
You'd be
just
like,
keep
Just
going.
move to a different neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question before you come to this birthday party. Like, they don't kill, right? And he's like, I don't know.
Dude, we had a pet snake, and it was I think it was a ball python. It bit my finger.
Yeah.
So I threw my shoe at it.
Wait, where did you get bit
Eye
by
for
a
an eye.
python?
Right on my finger.
No, but
I was taunting it.
Where were you?
I was just over
There's
its
a lot to
cage.
unpack,
I was
yeah.
like 9. I was over its cage. I'm like, "What's up, dude?"
Like at a zoo?
Flexing on
yeah, I was flexing on. No, like it was my brother's.
Oh.
Yeah. It was our pet. It was our pet snake.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, I was
How bad was the bite?
Dude, it was like 2 little holes in my finger.
Yeah.
No, it bit me. I was like,
Wait. Did you take it out of its cage to throw your shoe at it, or did you throw your shoe at the cage?
No, I took my shoe. I'm like,
Did it do any damage?
I think I missed.
Yeah.
Good. Hopefully, looking back on it, the snake was just, being a snake.
Did you have vodka?
Yeah, vodka.
Isn't that what corrals snakes?
Wait, what?
What?
If you pop the top on vodka, snakes like they
Oh,
recoil,
really?
and it puts them in a submissive.
They'll do whatever.
I kind of
you
get
want.
that.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will has a similar reaction with vodka.
Dude, I'm like that too. Anytime I hate the taste of booze.
Yeah, it sucks.
Every time I do a shot, I'm like, ugh.
I don't think. I don't understand. Like, I'm watching like Peaky Blinders, and before that I was watching Mad Men, and in all these shows they're just putting back like whiskey, like it's nobody's business. I don't get that.
Men used to be men.
I know. Now everyone I would be like,
Well, because you can kind of pinpoint it to whenever the green tea shot was invented. Like, I think that's when like the average man lost his ability to drink whiskey straight.
like in the 50s, everything tasted like shit.
Yeah.
So guys didn't know any better, and then like Baskin Robbins came along. And guys were like, wait, this
The
is
50s
way better.
was just different types of poisoning yourself the
Yeah.
entire day, and then having like a pot roast to finish it off.
I also wonder if those dudes went home and like cried to their wives. Were like, babe, can I talk to you?
I think they did a lot worse than cry.
Yeah. They're like, it's your fault I don't like whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the scene in Fury. Have you guys seen Fury?
Of course.
no.
You haven't seen Fury? So it's a tank movie, World War II tank movie with Brad Pitt.
He's got a great haircut.
Shia
in the movie.
LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Who's the serious dude?
John Bernthal. Michael
Is he the Walking
Pena.
Dead guy?
Yeah.
Michael Pena. Yeah.
Yeah, John Bernthal's a full feral animal in that movie.
Dude,
I'm like, how do
literally.
you function?
He's like, it's more. It's more. You feel it? Anyways, at the end, when they're all like about to like basically go into a suicide mission, they all pass around a bottle of whiskey, and Brad Pitt drinks it. He's like, that's better than good. Dude, if I drank it, I'd be like, dude, you're like fighting Nazis. Like, I think I'm gonna puke.
I got a stomach ache, dude. Let's take a beat.
Like fire. It's like 1 second.
Yeah. He's like, it's been an honor, gentlemen.
Oh. Do you guys have any like Fireball?
Yeah, you bring a blender.
You're making margarita in the bag.
Put an umbrella in it.
Would you put a garnish on that?
Does anyone
About
have
to
some?
go into like an uncertain situation.
Does anyone have some Coke? Coca-Cola. Yeah, John Bernthal.
Well, he does that right out. So Logan Lerman like falls in love with the German girl. They
Yeah.
make love immediately afterwards. The writing is pretty crazy. Her building gets blown up, and he finds her body in the rubble.
Yeah.
Just like 5 seconds after they connected.
Yeah.
John Bernthal comes over and laughs.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
goes
yeah.
by. He's like, "That war, you
Yeah.
feel it?" I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, his girlfriend just.
Yeah. Dude, wait, is Logan Lerman doing much now?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a minute. I hope my boy's
know
doing
him?
all right. No, I just played into it. But
Okay,
he,
cool. He was Percy Jackson in the one that sucked, right?
you know what it is? Is he too?
What a hell of a resume.
Is he stuck in the boy phase?
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he stuck in it? Still?
And I thought that might happen to Leo. And then
Yeah.
Leo found a way. Like there was a couple roles there where I was like, Leo, you're a little too boyish to be playing this part.
Yeah.
But then he let himself get a little jolly, and I was like, all right, you can do it.
right.
I think Logan needs a scar.
I think he was a little too whiny in Fury.
He's not the best character.
Yeah, it's not.
Which one is he in Fury again?
He's the pussy.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm just a typist.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm meant to type
he looks
60
sexy
words
there.
a minute.
In
He
his
does look kind of good there.
Whoa, he does look good.
in his defense, I would be pretty bummed out if the army was like, yeah, you can type, like this is what you're good at, and then they were like, hey, like the most ragtag badass group of tank guys that like are always getting into hijinks, like you're now with them.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of movies, we had a crazy moment. We did a draft of the best action movie stars of all time, and I broke protocol and I slammed Sly Stallone and talked about what a shit action movie star he is.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, speak for you guys. Try to remove that from your memory bank. I should have done that. I keep saying it before I should. How do you guys feel about Sly Stallone?
Is that Sylvester?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen any movie he's in. I've never seen Rocky. I've never seen.
But you've seen a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, right?
Nope. I don't even think I've seen
Someone
any
made a
movie he's ever
list
been
of
in.
like
either.
of every movie that I've seen that Will hasn't, and it's pretty lengthy.
I don't really
What
watch
the hell's
movies.
going on here? How old are you? You're young?
24.
That's what it is.
Eh.
You're of this new gen. You guys don't watch.
I watch. What's his
cinema.
new show? It's like
Tulsa King.
no. Like he has like a reality show about his family now.
Oh yeah,
Keeping up with the Stallones or
yeah,
something.
growing up
Family.
Stallone.
Yeah.
They're all just boxing each other 24/7.
Yeah.
He's,
Jake,
he's good looking
pull that
dog.
up.
Yeah, the family Stallone.
Jake, can you pull up?
They
the
kind of
Family
mailed that
Stallone?
title in.
Look at
Oh
that.
yeah. This is give me a family Stabone.
There we go.
So what do you watch?
I watch right now. I'm watching Peaky Blinders. I don't know. I think I consume a lot of short form content on my phone to
Same.
the detriment of probably my mental capacity.
I'm on
but
there.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't grow up watching movies. Like I don't know. I guess I was probably getting educated when you
Well,
were
tell
watching.
them why
movies.
you didn't have a TV, Will.
Well, I didn't have a TV because when George Bush got reelected in 2004, my mom said she didn't want to see him on the TV anymore, so she got rid of it. And she didn't get it back until she wanted to watch figure skating at the Vancouver Olympics, which was 2010. So there's a very concrete timeline from the 2004 election to 2010. I didn't have TV at all.
Was there anyone else in the house who was like, "Can we keep the TV?"
If you met Mrs.
we
Danell and
we
you
had like a
kinda-
physical box, and we had like the bunny, like the antenna thing, and we would watch American Idol on Wednesdays, and then we had like 4 DVDs. It was like Polar Express, Get Smart. I've seen that movie like 100 times.
These are all terrible movies.
Steve Carell one.
Get Smart's awesome.
All Dogs
you
Go
know,
to
you might be
Heaven.
right.
I don't even remember what that one was about.
You kind of
Sounds
conceded
good.
pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Anything
I don't
about
wanna
dogs,
argue about
I'm down.
Dogs are yeah.
It's crap.
But dude, JD, you and Willie, like I don't know if you know this about him, but he's a politically savvy dude.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, dude. I wish I could vote for you.
I'm brand new to it, so I'm just
Yeah.
learning this stuff on the fly.
I
This
worked
guy
on
gets in
campaigns
there.
for a long time.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
let me get a
Yeah.
refrigerator.
Dude, did I see you were out canvassing today?
Yeah,
What are you using?
door knocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I just
using
knock.
minivan or what do you got?
I got flyers. I just drive around and then I cut some turfs beforehand where I just see who all the voters are, and I go to both
I mean, like,
sides.
what's that? It looked like a screenshot of like an app, though.
Yeah, it's called Field Edge,
Okay, very cool.
and so I use that one in Nation Builder.
Yep.
And then I just go
Yeah.
around and knock on people's doors. Who'd you campaign for, if you don't mind me
I was
asking?
the finance director for this woman named Kim Nelson who ran for Congress in 2020. And yeah, and then I like interned on a bunch of campaigns in high school and shit. But
that's
I'm
delightful.
kind of out of the game.
I needed you, bro.
I know.
Because I got into it too late. Like I think I'm gonna lose. Like because other
Do
people
you?
have been campaigning
How many
for a
people?
while.
Is it one spot you're all competing for?
It's 9 people running for 2 spots.
Okay, and one's an incumbent.
Yes, but
Okay.
if I'm being totally candid, I don't think he's gonna get it.
Oh,
I think people want to. He's very liberal. He's like
Yeah.
endorsed by the DSA, and I think people feel like the city's gone too far in that direction, and they want to course correct back to the middle. So I think there's 2 Republicans who they're not officially running together, but they have the same pack behind them, $500,000 worth, and I think they have a
That's-
lot of momentum.
that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's what, dude. It's all money, dude. We got raised so much in my race.
Yeah, and they have a lot of endorsements. I think I could do it, but I need to build up more name recognition in the town and get more
Yeah.
well known by everybody. But
I mean,
it's
I
been
feel like
the
in a-
best process.
How many
I love it.
voters? Like, how many people are you expecting to vote?
I think there's 100,000 people and 60,000 voters. And you need about.
I mean, it's tough. It's tougher in a presidential year because
Yeah.
there's so much more turnout.
Who's
Okay, so that
My
happens.
gooch?
All of our comments on our
damn
YouTube videos are
Why is
Take a drink every time Will flashes the camera.
Why do I always flash gooch, dude?
He's hanging G, dude.
I got a big gooch.
You're hanging G.
Call me crazy.
There was a TikToker that was live streaming, or his friend was live streaming, and he grabbed the phone. They were like at a bar and like clearly like hammered, and he put the phone on the ground and went to like moon the camera, and like he like kind of pulled his pants down too far, and it was just like straight gooch, like right on top of the camera.
That's tough.
And then by the time the video like made its way around, it had been like texted so many times that it was like pixelated, and it looked like he had like a mutilated gooch. And yeah, it must have been like a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
How big of a TikToker?
Like I would say like the biggest man that you can think of.
Wait,
Oh, like following wise?
You're not going to say the name?
I think it's weird to call him out like that.
What's up, dudes? Welcome to the podcast. Before you do anything, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment so we can boost this episode out into the algorithm. That would be sick. Also, we are on tour. So we are going to be in Spokane tomorrow, Thursday, October 17th. Then we're going to be in freaking Victoria, British Columbia, Vancouver Saturday. And then we got Pittsburgh coming up November 7th and 8th. And then we got New York City, November 12th. Chicago, the weekend of the 15th, 16th. Strider is going to be at Spokane and Chicago. Then Montana. And then Indianapolis, St. Louis, Fort Worth, Dallas, Charlotte, North Carolina, South Carolina, bunch of dates coming up. Get your tickets at chadandjt.com. Also, we're brought to you by the legends at Chubby's. What up, Chubby's? Thank you for sponsoring the pod. You guys are legends. Chubby's is home to some of the ultra cozy comfort clothes that'll keep you feeling warm and looking better as the weather gets progressively worse and worse. I love Chubby's. These are Chubby shorts. I don't know if you can see them. They're sick, dude. I also wear Chubby yoga shorts. I love them. And would you look at that, folks? For a limited time, our friends at Chubby's are giving our listeners 20% off with the promo code GODEEP20 at checkout at chubbyshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with the promo code GODEEP20. Support our show and tell them we sent you. This fall, make the most of every moment with Chubby's. Shop now and fall into comfort, one stylish piece at a time. This podcast is brought to you by Jack Black. Jack Black just came out with 4 new scents of their #1 deodorant, Pit Boss. I love that, Jody. I've been rubbing on Jack Black, smelling so good. My girlfriend's been like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's Jack Black, not the actor, the friggin' deodorant." If you want simple, effective products that do what they say they're gonna do, you need Jack Black. Head to getjackblack.com/godeep. Use code GODEEP for 10% off your order and free shipping. Once again, that's getjackblack.com/godeep for 10% off your order plus free shipping. And make sure you use my promo code GODEEP so they know I sent you. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, there's nothing better than getting a nice therapy session in, just, clearing the hopper and making yourself feel better. Halloween lets us have fun with what scares us, but what about those fears that don't involve zombies or ghosts? Something called anxiety. Therapy is a great tool for facing your fears and finding ways to overcome them. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/godeep today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/godeep. Let's start the show.
What's with deep? Going deep. Chad and JT.
I have blackmailable information out there in the world.
Yep.
I think it's good for me.
I know, it keeps you honest.
It keeps you honest. It keeps you humble.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't get too over your skis judging other
Yeah.
people because you're like, at any moment, it could all be up for me.
My dad used to say, so he would have security cameras like at our house, and they weren't really connected to anything for like years. And I'd be like, why do we have those? And he just goes, keeps the honest people honest. Like, if a guy who's not a thief
Yep.
is like thinking about doing it, and he comes to your house and he sees it, it gives him a moment to be like, you know what? No, I'm not that guy.
Right. Useful
turn
reminders of accountability.
Yeah.
Do you think that happens a lot? That people show up to a house ready
Yes.
to rob it, and then they
Yeah.
go, "You know what? No, I'm better than this."
It could
I don't
happen to
think
me
it's.
at
I
any
don't think it's.
moment.
I'm better than
It
this.
could
I
be
think
happening
it's
right
like,
now here.
Yeah.
Well, do you ride in the carpool lane when you're by yourself?
No, I'm not a freak.
No, we're not fucking madmen.
So you guys aren't alive.
Yeah,
you
but
guys
no,
don't
but
live.
that shit feels scary, dude.
No,
I feel like
that's what it's
I
all
just see
about.
the sign that just says like, $8 million fine.
minimum $8 billion.
Yeah.
No, dude, in this
like they're gonna seize all my
bureaucratic
assets.
nightmare that steals any sense of freedom from us, the only thing we can do is perpetuate victimless crimes and get a thrill from that.
Dude, I heard like in DC, like, or somewhere they have like people put like dummies in their car.
Yeah.
Really?
They do that here too.
Here, too.
I've seen like construction trucks that just have a mannequin in the passenger seat.
Damn. I did it yesterday.
You drove in the HOV lane?
Yeah, on my way to your place.
I feel like a
Yeah.
dork now. I've never done this.
I was trying to make.
You're sounding that way.
I was trying to make time.
When
Then I watched the news tonight. You've been like a 5-car
it's like
pileup in the
crazed
carpool lane.
madman.
Yeah.
Like I take it way too far.
Yeah.
I always worry about that when you pick on someone for something. I'm like, did I just contribute to them
Yeah.
making a dangerous decision later?
Yeah. We used to.
We're gonna have the opportunity on our way back. So
We had a buddy. This is kind of off topic, but it's similar to like you just push someone to the edge, and eventually they snap. We used to do the like. Will's gotten me with this a couple times, but it's like tricking someone into looking at you. You're nuts. Right. So Will's most recent one was we're like sitting on the couch. He timed it so perfectly. He was just like let us sit there for 30 minutes without saying anything. And he just goes, "Hey, is this normal?" And like his ball was like coming out of his out
Out of the thing?
it was awesome.
whatever. It looked
I
like
would
he had
show
like
you right
this
now if we were on
giant
live TV.
It looked like he had this like giant like welt on his, and I like got like closer because I was like, no, that doesn't look normal. But we used to just get this kid Liam like all the time. We'd be like, Liam, I caught this baby bird outside. Like, but be really delicate. Like it's like it's injured, and then we go like, bah! And he just fucking had enough one day. After like 6 or 7 times, it was like enough. I'm tired of this.
That's how Strider and I became friends in high school. We were in biology class freshman year, and you used to have to put up little manila folders to block your quiz from being cheated on, and we'd put our nuts behind. And then I remember being like, this guy's really smart. It's like, he gets it.
Oh man,
Dude, that's someone said in the chat that in Curb, Larry David picks up a prostitute to get the carpool lane to the Dodgers game.
Oh yeah,
That was a great episode.
Veteran move.
And dude, that was the episode where in like the background of one of the shots was a guy who got put on trial for murder, and it ended up being his like exonerating evidence that he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the Dodgers game.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in jail for like years before though?
I think it got pretty close. I forget.
That's good. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
What did he do?
He was accused of murder and was facing the death penalty, and then he's been in jail for however long, and his lawyer was like,
His
"Dude,
alibi was that he was at the Dodgers.
yeah, and they had no proof, and then he mentioned to his lawyer like months or years later, was like, hey, there was a camera crew there, like maybe we can figure that, and they matched it to Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's him and his daughter in the
Whoa,
background.
really?
In the Curb.
Immediately
I don't even think it was in the
Wow.
episode. I think they like contacted the studio.
Yep.
And they brought out all the footage. and
He's
they,
so lucky they didn't delete the footage as
Yeah.
well.
Wow.
Can you imagine how frustrating that would be? Just being like, I didn't do this.
Dude, this is
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
The Jets are like in a heater right now.
Dude, I want to thank you guys on 2 levels because you guys came here after. We should talk first. You guys were at the Dodgers Mets game today.
Officially, we were not.
Yeah. No,
But between
We didn't tell our
us
bosses.
and the chat,
we were pushing. We were telling this to chat on the way in, but we like both of us got texts about like meeting. Like, can we hop on a call real quick? We both had to be like, "No, we're doing
Nah,
Chad
sorry,
and JT's pod at
swamped
2
to that.
p.m."
Wait, like Kenward and
No.
Matt?
like-
they didn't. Yeah, but it was like our teams asked about
Right.
meeting. Like I was supposed to have a meeting about my thing with you tomorrow, and I had to tell them I was
don't
doing
need
your
a
pod
meeting,
for the
dog. We
last
just gonna
5
go.
hours.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
How was the game?
Dude, it was awesome. We thought it was going to be like a little more hostile because we were kind of the only 2 Mets fans. We were in an awesome spot, and right before we got there, Will has kind of the game cast on his phone, and he looks at me. He's like, "Fuck!" I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "Dude, Mets just hit a home run, which is good, but it landed like where we're supposed to be sitting."
Oh,
Like we
Really?
were there a little late in the first batter of the whole game.
Oh, damn.
Lindor
2
hits
empty seats, just
hits
fucking-
a dinger like right next to our seats.
Dude,
And
he's
then-
so clutch. It's
I know.
insane.
He can't stop. But we got there and we saw a grand slam, which was
And
electric.
it went right over. So everyone was dropping balls left and right, but it nailed this guy in the hands and flew all the way to the other side. He was like devastated. Will gets up and like goes to run, and I'm like not feeling the hottest today, so I like just turned around and was kind of like watching it, and you can see all this on TV, and then Will just runs into the chair and like slammed his shin.
Like,
yeah, you can see a
fucked
little.
Oh,
my
damn.
knee a little
He got
bit.
nice
Got a little
legs.
bump on there.
Will's brother texted him.
The
and
guy
he goes,
right
"I
behind
just
me
saw
got the
you
ball."
I just saw you
Damn.
totally whiff on that. On, like trying to get that
It
ball.
was on TV. I found the clip.
Wait, so
Kinda
aren't
cool.
your bosses gonna see that?
I mean, I don't.
Kenward watches everything, but he also is kind of like he likes like our tomfoolery. The only thing,
Right.
Yeah.
I think the only person that would be mad are like the people that we like kind of rused into like saying that we were doing.
Yeah, we were
something.
just kind of lying.
I think if we were like we were at the Mets game, I wouldn't be like that's fine. But we
Yeah.
like just made up this elaborate lie.
it was,
Yeah, we'll back it up. We were twitching for.
We were
twitching
Twitching.
all
We've been
day,
on
man.
stream for the
We
last
were-
5 hours.
And
we were
Kenward's
talking to
doing, like,
Salad
5 things
Tosser
at
and Mutt
once.
Buncher.
Yeah, is
Uh,
Mutt Buncher on here?
Yeah, Mutt
He's a
Buncher,
great
big
guy.
titty honkers.
There was a
Nice.
great comment earlier. Some guy just goes, "What up? Any singles?" Yeah, where'd you meet your girlfriend? I met him in the Chat and JT Twitch stream.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Chat. You
I
should
know.
call it Chat and JT.
Chat and JT.
Oh, that's
You're
fantastic.
so good at that.
You can keep that. Yeah,
Will's a big wordplay guy.
Love it.
love
You
it.
need it.
I love wordplay.
Those people are huge. And then you guys are also legends because this is the Bills Jets are like in the middle of a slobber knocker right now.
I'm a
You
huge
guys
Jets
cruise
fan.
on.
Well,
Let
so
the
you're a
record
huge
show.
Jets
Dude,
fan?
what, you're an ace, dude. Thank you for doing this, man. It's very
My
kind of you.
pleasure. I saw that Aaron Rodgers. You see, he threw a Hail Mary.
To Lazard at the house. Dude,
Yeah.
how's he so good at that?
He just can't. I don't know. He can't miss.
I
Damn.
truly believe it's like a belief in yourself thing. Like I don't think it's a skill thing.
Yeah.
I think when he drops back to throw it, it's like this is there's a better chance that this works out because I'm the one throwing it.
That's what 2 Chainz
Right?
says.
Believe in yourself.
Who else gonna believe in you?
2 Chainz has a song called Rolls Royce Bitch.
Yeah, damn
And
right
when,
he does.
when I bought my used 2018 Jeep Wrangler, I listened to that as the first song. Do you know when you buy something for the first time as an adult and you're like, this is the coolest thing ever? I thought I like listened to the song like on repeat, and it's
Yeah.
just I wasn't in a Rolls Royce. I was in a used Jeep Wrangler with manual roll up windows.
Jeep Wranglers are sick.
Manual
They
wall-
are sick.
The windows are cool too, dude. Doing this
Yeah.
to roll up your
Manual.
windows.
Yeah.
Like,
Chester
Old
made a
school.
good comment one time. The first time he rode in my car, he goes, I like the roll up windows. If you want windswept hair, you got to earn it.
It's true, dude.
dude, you remember that Jeep we were in coming back from Del Taco
It
one
was
time?
sick, dude.
That your hair was windswept as hell.
That's right.
You've got a great, you
Oh,
guys
get
both
out.
have great like hair.
Oh,
that's
dude, thanks,
kind.
man.
To get lumped in with that legend over there.
Oh, dude.
Well, I'm a big fan of someone who can pull off like high and tight. Like
Oh,
I think
nice.
that's cool
Dude,
because
yeah,
I
you
think
gotta
most
get
people
high and
look
tight.
dorks.
Oh, is this high and tight what I'm rocking
No,
right now?
but it's like most people, if their
vicinity?
hair
I'm
was that
taking it.
length, you would kind of notice like the inconsistencies in the shape of their head. You have like a nicely shaped head.
Dude, that's kind. It's little, but it's solid.
It does the job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Are you loving Aaron Rodgers, or what's your opinion on him right now?
Dude, so big lifelong Jets fan, decided to go to my first game. I'd never been to a game in person. Last year, week 1, I flew across the country for Monday Night Football, week 1 against the Bills. 4th play towards Achilles.
After running out with the American
Yeah,
flag.
it was
Dude,
on my
so-
birthday. It was on my.
Yeah, Will's born on 9/11.
Yeah, I was
Oh, you
also
were?
born
Dude,
on
same as
that.
my brother.
Really?
And our agent.
He's a real one. It's the
Yeah.
worst birthday. And you know why? Not only obviously 9/11 sucks, but it's the only tragedy that is a date. If you think about it, nobody has to walk
Right.
around saying, "When's your birthday?" Pearl Harbor. No one has to do that. Because
Right, dude.
the day people like
Yeah.
maybe you put 2 and 2 together a second
Yeah,
later.
yeah, yeah.
But I have this every time I say it. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're not like 12/7.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
Is that when Pearl Harbor is?
I think so.
I think that was a good
What,
poll.
do you think
yeah.
Jan 6 is going to get that same
So
kind
that's
of...
I was big on during when there was all those trials and stuff. I was like, get these fuckers, blow this shit up. This is our only chance at the. That's the only other one. But I don't think
You're
it's
right.
It doesn't have the same heat.
no, not the same.
Yeah,
It didn't,
'cause
it didn't
some
go
people-
as violent.
Some people could be stoked on that.
Some people could rock with it.
Yeah,
exactly.
dude.
Yeah.
And people roll their eyes at it now. They're like, come on.
Yeah.
You know,
I've had
No one does that to 9/11.
no, it was. I've had people laugh. Like I've had like some weird. I was donating blood one time. Not to brag, but
You're doing what?
Donating blood.
Oh, I thought you said blowing a load.
So there I am blowing a load.
And the lady checks my ID. No, but when I was
Donating blood, blowing a load. Kind of
Oh, when he said not to brag, I was like, he just said blowing a load.
does sound like 2 Chainz lyrics.
Yeah, dude.
So I was donating blood.
Blowing a load.
and I gave her my ID, and she went 9/11, and I was like, "What?" Like in like
Damn.
a quiet lobby full of people. I was like,
Yeah.
"Jesus."
Hitler almost did that to 420. It's his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't call it that.
No, thank God a cooler thing came along. All right, JT, what do we got here?
Dude, this is just a basic video.
Do the headphones?
Honestly,
is this how we hear them?
Yeah, you got to put on the headphones. I don't know why this makes me laugh so hard.
I think Joe Rogan sometimes will really get me.
I think you guys have probably already seen this.
Okay.
Did you ever play on it?
Yeah.
What did you play on?
Percocet.
And then it's just him bawling out.
I'm taking Percocet.
They don't hit
You
me.
have?
How was it?
What does it
I
feel
sprained
like?
my wrist.
Sounds like you
it's
really
awesome.
needed it.
Oh, dude, yeah. It was like, yeah. And my wrist was like kind of swollen. He's like, yeah, here, have some Percocet.
Your doc's like wearing like sunglasses. He's like, I don't know, fuck it, just give the kid
Yeah,
Percocet.
well, dude, yeah. And I was pumped because Star Wars Force Awakens was coming out.
Yep. How old were you?
Wait.
I was 20.
Okay.
25.
That's
Oh,
the
okay.
seven.
I was your age.
Yeah, yeah,
almost.
And
And I took like 6.
at once,
Yeah.
was it awesome?
Yeah.
For while you went and watched a movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of dope.
Yeah.
When I was a
So
senior in high school.
chat, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Chat.
Definitely don't do that. When I was a senior in high school, I
We
got my
learned.
wisdom teeth out, and like my orthopedic surgeon was one of my like really good family friends, and he wrote me the script for twice the amount of Vicodin that you needed because he was like he's like, it's such a bitch. Sometimes it just like hurts more, and so we went and cashed it in, and I brought him up to my room and was just like looking at him because I knew to the Vicodin, and I was like, he's a strong guy. Like if he can take down Favre, like I gotta be careful about this. And my buddies came to visit me during advisory period, and they said I was watching Dexter, which is not a show that I watch, and I didn't know they were in the room for like 45 seconds, and then they pointed that out, and I realized how much I liked it, and I brought him down to my dad, and I said, I need you to regulate this because I like these way too much.
Dude, I love that, man.
My mom threw mine out before we got home from the doctor.
Yeah, haven't
She,
you like
pulled
never
over.
taken like an Advil?
No, I've taken a handful, but my parents are very.
It's way too much.
Yeah, not at the, over the years. But my parents are very. I don't want to say they're not anti-medicine. They're not like idiots about it, but they were never like. They were like, drink some water and like.
We're getting a
tough it up.
vibe from your family.
Yeah,
Well,
they're cool.
But no TV.
You just got sick for the first time.
I just
right?
got sick for the first time.
You never
recently.
missed a day of school.
I've
because
never
you
missed a
were
day of
sick.
school or work.
Really?
Valedictorian.
He's got
by
sick
the
for
way.
the first
You were
time.
valedictorian?
In 8th grade.
Oh, what?
That's still huge, bro. Don't shortcut
There were
yourself,
13 kids
dude.
in my class.
Dude,
Okay, this
Margot
is progressively
Akazawa,
getting
my
less cool.
valedictorian, she was an absolute legend. Her science fair project about water contamination at Doheny was next level.
What's Doheny?
Beach in Southern California.
Is it contaminated?
Oh, dude, it's poo water for sure. Pretty soon we're gonna be
cousins.
drinking that, dude. That's the future. You know about that. You're in politics.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like tonight. We're gonna like.
Oh, dude.
We're getting into that, we're getting into that
yeah,
D
you need
water.
more than Advil
Soon
after
you're gonna be
tonight,
doing-
dude.
Me
Dude,
and the
come
boys
over.
were twisted off Doheny
Dude,
water.
get the
last
boys
night.
over. We're doing doo-doo water tonight. Straight guzzling.
So you got sick for the first time recently?
Yeah, it was like last Wednesday. I woke up and I was like, oh fuck.
Wow.
I mean,
Sounds brutal.
I've had like a little bit, like I've had like some, some congestion and stuff over the years, but I've been
So
pretty
how
remarkably healthy.
sick were you last week?
I was fine. I was.
What was it?
I woke,
Cold?
I was woken up. I don't know. I woke up with. I had like a sore throat, and then I was like
you
all
couldn't
my
smell, you
my
couldn't taste.
no, my body really hurt, and I was really tired, and
Yeah.
I was coughing and my nose was running.
You've never experienced that before?
Like not
That must be a horrible
not to
feeling.
this
Getting a
degree
cold for the
since I
first
was
time?
like
Yeah.
I think I had dude when I was like really little I was sick like so much and then they realized I had tonsillitis.
Me too. Did you get them pulled out?
Got them taken out. So
You
I
gotta
guess
do it.
I was definitely sick then, but since then I haven't really.
Did you get your adenoids removed at the same time?
I don't know what that is.
They normally do them together. It's kind of weird when they don't. But I think they used to double dip on the price, and that's why they used to separate them when I was a kid, the surgeries.
Got it. Yeah, I only got half my wisdom teeth out though when I got them.
Weird.
They said it would hurt more if I got all of them, so I was like, just do half of them.
Wait, so were your parents like very health conscious too?
Yeah. I
Like
would
no
say so.
glyphosate?
What? No. What?
Like were you guys getting veggies from the good soil?
I don't know if we ever went that far. I think
Were
it was
you
a
eating
little garden
organic?
in the back though. Right?
I don't think organic was a focal. My mom doesn't like. She only cooks like vegan shit.
This is next level.
I don't know if
dude.
it's organic, but it's like
But it's like Whole Foods.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
weren't eating McDonald's.
no.
I
we
do
weren't-
want to
we were
stress
never
this.
really-
I do want to stress this though. Like I think we're nitpicking things and it makes it sound like she's not a good hang. Awesome, like awesome lady. Like
Yeah,
there's much more to this picture.
Well, I hope we're not coming across that way tonally, because I got to tell you, me and Chad,
Yeah.
We love that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we
To
want
me,
that.
that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
No, I wish, like, no disrespect to my parents. They were the best.
Yeah.
But they were wild and crazy party animals who just wanted to get the fuck after it.
Yep.
So, you know, we ate good, but sometimes, you know, it was slopola.
Yeah.
I ate Burger King.
Sometimes we were throwing stuff together.
I ate McDonald's like every day for summer.
Yeah, that I've only
Now I'm retarded.
I don't even like burgers.
Yeah, but you wear it well, dog.
No, thanks, dude.
Now my
Straight
knees don't
legend about
bend.
it.
Yeah.
What about you? Were you TV eating?
So
Super size me. That's how I know.
my
you.
my mom's house was very like health conscious, and I had one vegan sister and one vegetarian sister. So we were talking like 3 dinners when she cooked.
She had to cook 3 different dinners?
Or like, you know, if it was sauce, like, you know, 2 different sauces, because I wanted like meat in the sauce and the girls didn't.
Give it up for the MVP, your mom.
Yeah, my mom's a lovely lady. But then when the girls graduated high school and it was just me, it was like I would come home from school and we were like balling out, like, you know, turkey sandwiches on sourdough. And then we were like, you know, we were like, should we order in? Like, should we cook? Like what should we do? And it was like just awesome. And then at my dad's, it was just like standard good food.
Nice.
But yeah,
But you become kind of a connoisseur.
yeah,
Kind
you
of
know,
kind of like a
you can
a
adapt.
young Anthony Bourdain, if you will.
Yeah, some guy commented on a video today and said, "This is parts unknown if he was an SAE." so that was a bummer. I was president of SAE.
Oh, you were?
So it was a good
That's sick.
call out.
But that's a really solid frat, right?
Yeah, it was great. I also went to like liberal arts school, so it's like all kind of subjective.
Was it like
but
Wesleyan or something?
I went to Rollins College, so like SAE was like I was the only kid in my pledge class that wasn't on the lacrosse.
Where's
team.
Rollins?
Winter Park, Florida?
They have liberal arts colleges in Florida?
Oldest college in Florida.
It's sick.
They're gonna change it to just arts
Oh, the campus is
colleges.
beautiful.
When we were, yeah, it's like
Wow, dude, that's
it's a
awesome.
great spot. It was a great spot.
And how did you become?
Shut up, Gobble.
You did that like your first video was the so.
Yeah, you can shut up, dude.
For those for those in the pod who don't know, you do Rusty Ranks, which is like
Yep.
you like drink a bunch of beers and you give like your rank on it.
Yes.
But your first one was Four Loko, right?
One of the first ones, and that was at Rollins. So I grabbed all the like new guys in our fraternity, and I was like, "Hey, I need you to just make sure like I don't leave this house today." And I was like, "It's gonna be like, you know, it should be like relatively easy, but like just convince me to stay here." They're like, "Got you." And Rollins, as you can see, is like on all these lakes. There's just like infinite lakes around, and literally like after no time, like less than 30 minutes, they brought me out on their wake surfing boat, and were trying to teach me how to scurf, and just impossible after four locos.
Teach you how to
And
what?
It's like wake skimming, so it's like not like you're not like strapped in. It's like a little like skim surfboard, and yeah. And then I woke up. I did it on a Thursday night. I woke up on Saturday morning, and I was under. All the new guys had put every chair in the house on top of me, like in like a pile, but they like made like a little nest, and so I woke up and like didn't know what was going. I had like a little panic attack, and then we had like a little meeting after that and got even, but that was a nightmare.
So that was the first time you did Rust.
No, that was like probably like top first 10 maybe.
Okay.
We did one, I don't know.
But that from the first video that went viral?
Yeah.
That was same
that was
experience?
at Rollins, yeah. So I had a house off campus. We got sent home from
Oh, so you were
college.
in college when it happened, when you started making the content?
I graduated college in 2023.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You guys are
Same.
such beasts, dude.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
That picture in
Boston
the Bates
College?
shirt is
Oh,
mid
dude,
Four
let's
Loko
go.
review. So you
Yeah, it
can
was
see
sick.
kind of the eyes.
Oh,
Troy
yeah.
Bell?
The eyes were gone.
Troy Bell?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He was the point guard in 01.
For Boston College?
Yeah, he was a killer. And then
How do you know that?
And then the two guard was
capri-length
Ryan
shorts.
Sidney. He was a walking triple-double.
How do you know that? Troy Bell?
I think so.
Great call, dude.
It might have been 2000. I think it was 2001. Yeah, Troy Bell, look.
What the hell?
Why is he the only guy highlighted?
Because he was the man.
Those are the
I
glory
just had
days,
another
dude.
thought about Will's mom.
And then Ryan Sidney, dude. That was the best backcourt in college basketball that year.
You hadn't thought about my mom?
that I like this is one of my
Oh,
favorite
shit.
Mrs. Donnellan stories. We were Will and I both our parents have houses in Maine, like near each other coincidentally. And so I went to Will's house. We were gonna go to Boston together, and she would like, you know, she packed this Whole Foods bag of like snacks and stuff for us. and was like, yeah, grab these like before you guys go. And I grabbed it, or Sam grabbed it or something. And we're like in like 15 minutes into the drive. And Sam's brother, or Will's brother Sam, was like, can you grab me like one of the snacks? Like what did she got in there? And like at this point, like I don't really know her. I just know she's like a very like healthy lady. And I opened it up and it's like a rotting turkey carcass like in this like bag.
And, like coffee filters.
Yeah, and like all this stuff. It was like a compost bag. But like I didn't want to like make any assumptions, so I was just like, I don't know how to give you it. Like
it was like the food waste.
Yeah,
like she collects our food
I grabbed
waste.
the wrong bag, and I just thought like, oh my god, his mom packed just the worst snack ever. It's like a rotting turkey carcass,
coffee filters and banana peels.
Hilarious.
It was like what like the DeLorean from Back to the Future was powered on towards the end. Like you just like garbage and like, oh.
Growing up healthy, did you party as well?
So, okay, I also feel like the healthy thing has come in like later in life a little bit. Like my mom worked a lot growing up, so my dad was cooking, and it was like relatively healthy, but it was not like, I feel like what it is now is not necessarily, you know, there were 3 kids, can't always be cooking the healthiest stuff, but it was, you know, but yeah, I partied some, not really until college, and then I feel like I let
you let loose
my hair down. Yeah, but I did I started drinking. I had my first alcohol my senior year of college.
High school.
Or high school, sorry. Yeah.
I think there's like a big contingent of people who have a similar course in life where it's like, all right, getting to college is almost like you made it, especially if you go to a good school like Boston College. And then you're around other smart kids that are more on your wavelength, and it's like, all right, now I can party with these guys.
Yeah.
I've earned it.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah, I was definitely, I don't know. They were strict about that kind of stuff, I guess. They wouldn't have been chill with me doing what this guy was doing, throwing these big parties.
Yeah, I used to rage pretty hard. But I was like,
you had like a moment, you had like a flashback there. I used to rage so fucking hard.
I mean, I pretty much stopped altogether. Like I haven't drank or smoked or watched porn in like 3 months.
Wow.
Is that real?
Yeah, I'm pretty healthy right now.
That's awesome.
I think I did all 3 last night.
Nice.
That sounds fun. I can't wait to do it again, honestly.
I did 2 of them to Will, and one
I
of
did
them
2 of them at the Dodgers game.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to.
And they don't let you bring weed in.
It's funny too. My personality's worse when I'm not doing stuff. I'm more intense. I'm louder. So people are like, God, that JT guy's like in the comments. They're like, he seems like he's on Adderall. I'm like, no, that's me when I'm sober. If I'm on Adderall, I'm actually kind of chill and nice to be around.
Is that like a conscious decision? Or
To not doing anything?
Yeah. I'm just curious.
It wasn't like I was like, I'm not going to do anything. It was like, I got some momentum and then I was like, oh, let's keep this going. And then we have we have a big pitch on Wednesday. And
oh, nice.
It's not even that I believe in like karma and that if I'm like doing everything right, like everything I want will happen. But I just think like, I know it feels like let's get the job done and then I'll party.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
You got a big November coming up too? November 6th? Or what's
November
5th?
5th, the election
5th,
day.
the election
so
day.
yeah, I'm probably not going to do anything until after the election. And then I feel better knocking on people's doors and being like, vote for me if I'm not cranking my hog all day and like ripping bong loads. I feel better asking them to vote for me if I'm being a pretty straight person.
The handshakes are less sticky.
Yeah. And they're like, why should I vote for you? And I'm like, I don't flash back to yesterday where I was like alone in a pool house just cranking.
Yep. It's pretty sobering to like realize what you just watched sometimes and be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Will and I were talking, maybe we don't want to get into this, but I was telling Will that I discovered like Reddit. It's
Reddit
like a
porn?
it's like a place that you can find
They have
that.
like a
Great stuff
whole
on
one
there.
just for
It's
pogs.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's
For
awesome.
pogs?
Yeah, they got a whole
We're really into
subreddit
pogs
just
these
for
days.
You big pog guy?
Will and I
That's
Will and
sick.
I both, it's a weird 23 is a weird age to realize that you like something, but Will got me into pogs.
I hope you never stop
24.
making those discoveries.
I know. There was this
Have you ever hooked up with a pog?
Yeah.
Was it better?
I made a what?
Like, what was it better?
I'm kind. I mean, like I think like my perception of like what is like a large butt is probably like different than like the internet's. So no, like not I've hooked up with a Mog, a medium ass white girl.
That's okay.
I
Is there Reddit for that?
yeah. So like
He started one.
Jake, can you pull up? Can you pull up Pog?
pull up.
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah, but what I like about Reddit is it feels more real. Like I was telling Will, it feels like they're dating.
Oh yeah, like you mean in terms of the amateur contributions?
Yeah, it's like, I feel like when they don't show their faces, to me, it's like these are real people. Like she might work at Morgan Stanley.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Porn's not her full-time thing. Like if she needs to protect her face, and if he needs to protect his face, these are two people that are actually living life.
Oh, so you can find videos like it.
It links you to that one site that has all.
No,
like, the
you can
really
upload them
good-
straight there now.
Yeah, now you can scroll. Will was I was like, the only thing I don't like about Reddit is like you scroll and you don't know what's coming next. And he was like, "Are you like browsing?" And I said,
I think
yes.
he's scrolling like a TikTok.
And then you can go to like top posts,
Yeah.
and then you go back like a year,
Oh.
and then it will just kind of give
Oh, you don't know how
like,
to filter top all
No,
time?
I just every day is a new adventure.
No, you got to go top, and you got to get them to filter it so you get the best stuff
Yep.
that's really hitting.
Okay.
Depending on what your predilection is.
One time I found a woman on the internet who was producing adult content, and I went to her page, and she had a picture at our bar in Nashville.
Wow.
It's like the Almost Friday.
That's cool.
Did you fantasize about that you could have run into her there and she would have been
I
a
don't.
fan?
I can't. No, it was like too close to home. Was more the vibe.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like that. Like, could you? I don't know what. I think I would like have to like leave.
Right.
Like if I
What?
ran into that person in person,
I'm right there with you.
because if they saw my look and were like, because I feel like you can tell. Like when someone looks at you and they're like, I know who you are. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
Like she would have known.
I used to make a joke about this male porn star, and then some comedian friends of mine were writing sketches for him, and they're like, "Do you want to come meet him?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah, it sounds horrible. I don't want them to know.
You want to divide between your fantasy.
Yeah, like that's not a part of my real life. Like I think I like black out. For
Do you
like
think society
15
would
minutes.
be better if it was more integrated?
Like with in what?
Like if we didn't put that sexual side of ourselves into like a little basement, if we just let it all live in the same.
I feel like there's
same
probably
part
a
of the
reason to
house.
develop like this over time.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you can't
I mean, we're
be
definitely-
walking around acting on these like primal.
Yeah.
One of our mutual friends calls it like, like his like monkey brain takes over, and you have to just like go to town on yourself, and then you finish, and it's like he's like you were like possessed for a second.
There's a theory that in.
Jets dinked a field goal. Sorry.
Oh no, please.
He's missed 2 field goals, I think. Okay, sorry.
There's a theory that in Victorian era England, like all of that like outfit and repression of like skin and of like really manners being important and accentuating like your etiquette when you're out, that was all about repressing your sexual side so that you'd actually be hornier when you did it.
I love that.
Like it was all constructed just to make us hornier because everyone's pushing it away and trying to hide
Yeah.
it, so it's just coming out in little moments, and that's giving everybody a bigger charge.
Well, isn't that kind of the stereotype with people who are like kind of out loud, like I'm promiscuous, like,
Yeah.
I love sex and stuff, but then when they're actually in the bedroom, they're kind of just
Yeah,
vanilla.
It's like, I'm gonna give you the best, whatever of your life, and then it's like very awkward. It's like stiff kisses.
Yeah.
Stiff kisses.
Lips are like in. I hooked up with a preschool teacher this weekend.
Dude, this weekend he dog.
Oh, you buried the
It
lead.
was awesome.
Dude.
Dude, you gotta open with that shit, dude. Where'd you meet her?
That's
What's her
awesome.
name? Where she
A
live?
bar in Venice.
Oh, let's
Wow.
go.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Did you did you guys have a pre-existing relationship, or did you
No.
meet her that night? Dude, that's so magical.
Wow.
It was so funny.
Hey, let's go.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Did you find
She
her
took him to
hotter because
school.
she's like
No, I didn't know until later, but I
Until
Are you gonna-
until we started doing the alphabet.
are you gonna see her
Until she
again?
pulled out the
no,
blocks.
probably not. I don't. We didn't really get each other's.
You didn't get her number?
Honestly, I'm immediately regretting saying this out loud, but I thought it was funny.
No, if you're on a
But,
podcast, you got to feed people
yeah,
the red
and,
meat. This is what they
yeah.
come for.
Someone, yeah,
This is what I'm
One
here
of our
for.
buddies said that I was texting him about it. I was like, I'm really ashamed of how I behaved last night, and he was like, he kind of talked me through it, but he was like, yeah, teachers are crazy. Like in every experience he's had, he was like, I feel like teachers like get after it for some reason,
Yeah.
which
Dude, that's
makes me a
awesome.
little uncomfortable when you think about it.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it makes you think back to your childhood and all these teachers that you kind of looked at as the maternal figures were getting it on.
Kind of, but I also was like in love with she's a preschool teacher, so like I was like in love with my kindergarten teacher, and to think like
She was being defiled by guys like you.
yeah, like that's a huge bummer to me.
Nah.
Nah, dude.
Nah, you probably rocked her world.
Yeah,
dude.
she's a lucky gal.
She's
Did
lucky.
you give her kisses?
No, but I remember.
You didn't give her kisses.
Oh, this girl or my preschool teacher?
No, this girl.
Oh yeah, of course. And I remember coming.
No, God, no.
I remember coming home, and me and my buddy, I think it was my buddy Garrett, and I were talking to my mom, and like Amy's butt like moved in this way when she would like walk around the classroom, and like we just couldn't really like pinpoint like why we thought that was so fascinating, and we like brought it up to my mom, and we were like, we like this, and like we're not entirely sure why, and I don't remember how she navigated it, but it was like, oh, that's completely normal, but like you're not gonna be able to understand why for like a while.
It's cool though that you already had those instincts as like a 3 or 4 year old.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think,
little crazy, actually.
Yeah,
You were ahead of the game.
well, it was like kindergarten.
No, I think that's normal. I think a lot of times we're like, oh, actually, all these things we like in us are programmed by society. And like, I have 2 kids now. I see them reacting to things. I'm like, I think a lot of it actually is just in the DNA.
It's
like,
inherently awesome.
booty shaking
How
is
old are
always
your
going to
kids?
do it. 14 months old.
Nice.
Boy and a
Wow.
girl.
Oh, yeah.
And
They're
fraternal twins.
right. Can they be identical as boy and girl? Is that a dumb question?
No, they can't.
Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
a good question.
That makes sense. One of them
can't.
would get the short end of the stick.
One of them would have to be, No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I had a when I was in I call it J Tree, if you're familiar, Joshua Tree National Park. I was there this weekend, and what was someone asked if I had ever had a threesome, and I said no because I don't think I could ever do that with a guy I know and then look him in the eyes again.
Yeah.
And everyone got dead silent, and I was like, what, is that crazy? And they're like, no, but why'd you assume it was a guy?
Yeah.
A lot of fellas have fallen into that trap.
So
brother.
I think I don't know.
If it was 2 ladies, would
still-
you be able to handle it?
You only got
I'd
one
be
penis,
terrified.
man.
You'd be terrified.
That's Jimmy Tatro said that one time.
What?
He was like, people always said, Jimmy, you can't have a threesome. You only got one. You can have sex with 2 girls at one time. You only got one penis.
Would you be able to handle one with 2 ladies?
No, not. I mean, I'm overwhelmed with one woman.
Yeah.
I think it would be. So I had buddies that were into. They thought it was like cool to, do like the devil's threesome. And I remember
What's that?
That is
two guys,
dudes.
one girl.
Jake's done it.
And how
Oh,
was
yeah,
that, Jake?
Yeah. Jake did an Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Did you interlock hands?
No, we didn't interrupt.
Yeah, you
hands,
gotta-
But I
yeah.
did stay longer than the other dude.
Nice.
And I
Dude,
finished. He ran out of the room. So
Is it too crass
He
to ask
ran out
like
of the
which
room?
end you were on?
Wait,
Both
Jake,
ends.
Wait, he ran like
Both ends.
Was he scared?
He
No.
clogged
When you
and
look
jogged.
into the abyss looks back into
I
you.
think he just realized like this guy's stroke game. He couldn't.
Yeah,
compete,
yeah.
Oh, dude.
right?
Yeah.
Wait. So
That's awesome.
Did he bust first and you were still going?
Maybe that's
course
why he
he
ran
busted
out.
before
That might have been why he
Jake.
ran out. 'cause
That's
he
got
had
to be a
bust.
weird moment, dude, when like you bust first and you're like,
All right, later.
Jake's a competitor. The guy's tenacious as hell. You
He
don't
is
want to get into a
tenacious. Yeah,
three-way
what do you
with
say?
Do
him.
you want to go first or last there?
You want to go?
Yeah.
You definitely
finish
want to be
last.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what if like,
No,
Well,
like after he left and like we finished, she just laid in bed and with me and was like, "You're so amazing." And I think she hates the other guy now.
All right, Jake. Easy, dude.
I don't know if I'm buying this, Jake.
Bro, I will.
She was
No,
like,
I
Jake,
won't
you're
send
so
you a video.
amazing.
She wrote
Someone
some
got
songs
Jake's never
about me. You
busted
might know her
first.
as Tate McRae.
Joe Rogan. Dude, what if you were in a threesome with a dude and you bust first, but you're like stoked on it? You're like, nice.
Yeah.
And you're
No,
like,
that's when you grab the popcorn.
And
Yeah.
you don't
You
leave.
go-
You're like, if you guys don't
you
mind, I'm
support
going
him.
to chill, watch.
yeah.
Do some chants.
I believe Monday night's football's on.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, word. Good move, bro.
Dude, you just dinked off the field goal.
Greg Zerlin's about to nail another one.
Also, if I could add in, I never really thought I would.
just keeps
I never thought I never thought I'd be in that position. It just kind of happened. Like it wasn't like I like planned it out. Like I'm gonna have a threesome.
Yeah. I think that is one of those things that needs to happen organically. I think if you force it, it takes kind of some of the beauty out of the moment.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's people who like to have, I call it capital F fun, where everything's like planned out and itinerized. That never works for me. There's a level of spontaneity you need to really
Agreed.
get after it.
Well said, yeah.
What's that?
I said well said, yeah.
Yeah.
I agreed with
Do you
this.
have a girlfriend?
No, no.
You don't have a girlfriend, so you guys are single.
No, but
Yeah.
I did.
And you
I did go on my first date ever the other day.
Whoa.
First date ever?
Ever. Well, like with the girl that I wasn't already like with.
So you'd been in a long relationship and now you're back on the market.
No, nothing that long recently.
Okay, so why no dates?
I just I'm terrified. I'm good at
that's
talking to
nice.
someone if it's not, again, like if it's not planned, I think I can kind of knock it out of the park. But if it's like, you're meeting up with this woman and there's no like safety blanket of like, other people around.
Yeah,
And there's like a pressure of like, okay, we are with each other for the next hour.
it's very vulnerable.
Yeah, it's terrifying. But
I didn't-
it went very smoothly.
I didn't have my first date till I was 24, like where I actually called it a date.
Yep.
I didn't lose my virginity till I was 24.
Wow.
Because of the intimacy thing.
Same night.
Yeah.
No, it was same girl, but it took a couple months, and we like built up to it. I was too scared.
Yeah.
For a long while.
Yeah, it's a terrifying thing to do, especially if you've like waited that long and you're like, okay, because usually when you lose your virginity, like you're so dumb that like you don't even realize the gravity of the moment that you're in. If you're 24 and you have like a developed brain, you're like, oh, this is like a big moment.
It just kept building the fear and like the judgment, and I was like, I'm gonna be so
Yeah.
bad at it. She's gonna be, how can you be 24 and be that bad at this? And so it just got worse. I had to have like real trust with the person.
Yeah. Do you guys actually have small dongs?
It's tiny.
So like, cause like that is like I'm nothing crazy small, but like definitely don't have like a big guy down there. And like that was a big qualm of mine. Was like as a kid, I was like, I think I've told Will this before. Like seeing girls with like big butts and being like, I don't think I have enough like runway
Right.
to like pull that off.
Well,
Yeah,
then
I think
porn
you
is
can do
bad
something
for
with the
that
cheeks.
too.
It was terrifying,
because
dude.
porn, they're hitting positions where you're like, yeah, I just can't. The angles are out of reach.
Strider came up with this position called the Featherstone, and
It's bad.
it's like, how titty, is typically this way. It's when your butt is over their face. And
I was
goes
there.
this way.
I was actually there the night he came up with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were out at a bar in Newport, and we like requested a song for 3 girls who were at the bar.
Yep.
And then me and like 5 guys, we brought him back to my place. I hooked up with like a 6'2" volleyball player that night from Montana.
Nice.
This when I was like 22, so we didn't have sex, but she was a sweetheart of a gal, middle blocker, really well built. And
Really well built.
Strider was downstairs sleeping actually.
Yeah.
And our one friend was drunk, and he was like scaring one of the girls, basically trying to hang out with her, and she came and woke up Strider.
Hey man, your buddy's freaking me out.
She's like, your buddy's freaking me out. And Strider goes, dude, he had more lights on in the house than I've ever seen. And then
Wait, what does that mean?
like I guess he just started flipping on lights.
Yeah.
And Strider was like, dude, it was so bright. It was like 4 a.m.
He's like, dude, enough.
And then Strider, she ended up cuddling up with Strider because she felt more secure with him. And then they
Yep.
went at it, and they did that thing you're talking about.
They did the Featherstone?
No, they titty boinked. But then in the morning, we were
Oh,
like,
Strider did?
yeah. And then in the morning, guys were like, well, what'd you do with her?
Yeah,
That kind of
yeah.
shit. And then Strider's like, a titty sexed her. And then we were like, oh, and then he was like, but I did it in the reverse with my butt over her face. And then we were like, no, you didn't. He's like, no, I'm kidding.
That would be so foul.
Yeah, but he called it the Featherstone.
So we were in like a car in Nashville, and like we were going to breakfast, and I made some joke about that or whatever, and he was like, have you heard of the Featherstone? And he's like, he'd explained it, and the Uber driver was like, just fucking losing his marbles. Like it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. And dude, Strider and I talk about it every time we see each other.
That's
Dude,
he's
we've
the
been
best.
hanging out with him a bunch. We go on
I see
adventures.
him
Yeah,
like
yeah.
twice
Yeah.
a week now.
He went to Philly.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
a hell of a weekend in Philadelphia.
That
dude.
guy
Yeah.
rules.
He's
got a
the
bowl,
best
just
hanger.
such,
Two bowls
such
of
a
chili.
positive outlook on life.
Sunday
Yeah.
night football, we got 2 bowls of chili and a bottle of white wine.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Unreal.
awesome.
With
Yeah.
Strider?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
At
He didn't-
McGillen's. You
He
guys know
didn't
about
really-
McGillen's?
Yeah. I don't think he likes white wine that much.
Yeah, but he
He's an IPA guy.
he likes you enough to do
To
it, which
fake
is
it,
to
yeah.
drink an entire bottle of it.
That's what's cool. He has kind of that Bourdain quality too, where he's like, look, if I'm in someone else's place, I
Yeah.
do their
Yeah.
customs. That's
Yeah,
why he's
when in
such a good
Rome.
hang too.
Yeah.
He's adaptable.
Yeah. So Cream Jeans is saying that he had his first titty fuck. Always thought it would be silly, but it was pretty dank. So that's
Yeah, it's never looked appealing to me. Really.
it's never gonna blow your mind. I think as
Yeah.
a child, you're like, child was weird. As like an adolescent, you're gonna be like, that must be the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah,
But in reality, imagine rubbing any two, outside body parts together. You're not gonna get much going.
I think it's
Yeah.
more visually appealing than sensorially appealing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
so you guys are young guys.
Yeah, I'm a young guy.
You guys got all these followers. You're out there in the world. How are you tolerating that in terms of your romantic lives?
Dude, honestly, I think it is can be like a hindrance sometimes. I don't want this to sound like conceited, but I've been thinking about this lately because I think this is like a reality of like, I think like a lot, like the last like several people I've like gone on a date with and or hooked up with have been people that have been like through the context of like Instagram, like DMs or whatever, because it's like, so, like, I don't know, there's not that there's that much inbound, but it's like, it's like, I don't know. It's just, but it never materializes because it's always such a strange pretense to meet someone.
Right.
That I don't think it would ever become something real, but it's like an outlet for like that part of me that's like, oh, I want to go on a date or like hook up with someone.
So you'd rather meet someone outside of that paradigm?
100%. Well, I just don't think I've just like given up on the idea of that ever being something long-term meaningful. And I almost feel guilty because it's like, I've gone on like some dates with some really nice girls, but like the fact that was like the context of us meeting was like makes it hard to like move past that, if that makes sense.
Do you feel like you have to live up to like a name or like you have to be like a fun, like super funny, or like I'm with Friday Beers or whatever?
I mean,
He does say that a lot.
I do say that
What's
a
up,
lot.
I'm Willie, I'm with Friday Beers.
Oh wait, not to interrupt, but I watched Will. Will doesn't know I saw this. This is the first time I'm telling you about this. When we were in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
I know about this.
Oh,
That you saw me going to that bar?
there's this huge line out front of this bar, and Will found two strangers. He wasn't friends with these guys, or he was in the night. And he walked up to the bouncer and he goes, "I'm William with Friday Beers. Is there any chance I can cut this line?" And the bouncer goes, and like spit on the ground and thought about it for a second. She goes, "Yeah, all right," and let him in.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, it was an awesome.
I
But it
wasn't
was
gonna
like
wait in line.
It was
I
like
didn't have to.
like I've never seen that side of you. It was
Wow,
There's a
dude.
vulnerability
kind
in
of
your eyes
awesome.
right now that I want the audience to know you feel conflicted about it.
I mean, dude, it's not
Which
a
is
move.
all right,
It's
that's
not something
good.
I would ever do if I was like sober.
I've never seen him do anything.
but I was
like that.
I was hammered and I was in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
There's
Yeah.
two souls battling for your eyes right now. The
Yeah.
demon that wants more and the polite boy that wants to say sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you're right.
Do you
do
have a demon in you?
I think I have
It's growing.
I'm
It's okay.
I think, I don't know.
It's healthy, I think.
I hope so. I mean, it got me into that bar, so I don't think I paid a cover either.
No.
You think
Willie D don't play covers, man.
You don't pay cover.
I don't pay that shit.
you think if you were in the three-way with Jake, you would have finished last?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I would have
I'm
smoked
with Friday Beers. I don't finish yet.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm Friday Bears. Is it cool if I finish last?
Yeah.
Do you mind if you could just wrap up your end? And,
That's a Friday Beers load.
why don't you go get
That's a-
dinner started?
You want me to sign that? Yeah, I don't know. That's not a move I'm proud of. I would be embarrassed if I did that like in Venice. It was in Ann Arbor though, so I really don't give a shit.
But
I think if you can't do it in Ann Arbor, where can you do it? You can't. Like that was the perfect time to do it.
yeah, it was just like whatever. These are all random college kids I'm never gonna see again. I might as well.
I that's something you brought up a good point. That I remember in college, like asking girls on dates was like a huge thing.
Yeah.
It was like to me, it was like if you ask a girl on a date, that means you want to marry her.
Yep.
Is that how it felt for you?
We were different because it was like two things, right? Like I would never be like, "Do you want to go to dinner?" to someone that I wasn't like with. Like that felt way too intimate to me. But there were always like events and stuff that it was like we could go to this as like dates, right? Yeah. And like that is like there was never really like immediately assumed like we're going into this romantically. Like, we would go with our like friends that were girls all the time, so it was like no pressure. And you're taking a bus there with like 100 people, so it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on a date in college one time. I was just like a cold, like I saw this girl, I didn't even really know her, but she was really pretty. And I was like, "Hey, would you want to get dinner sometime?"
Nice.
And she was like, "Yeah."
Oh, you never just went up to her?
Like I was aware of who she was. She was kind of a mutual friend. And I used to mow the grass, and I was coming home from mowing the grass one day, and I was in my
Shirt off?
What do you mean you mowed?
No, dude, I worked for the college. I thought you meant yeah.
Were you riding it or pushing?
No,
it?
I had a push mower because I would do like they had like the big bosses on the ride mowers, and then I would do like the kind of tight corners and like stuff that
You were a utility guy.
yeah
Getting in there.
But yeah, I was coming back from mowing one day, and I used to tuck my shirt into my into my shorts, so it wasn't a good look. But she was on her porch, and I went up and said, "What's up?"
Oh, that's awesome. So
This is
you
like a
like
Bruce
burn out of your
Springsteen song.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. And I asked her out to dinner. She was like, "Yeah." So I found a good spot, got us a table reservation. We show up, sitting next to us, one table right next to us, Lil Xan.
Nice.
Do you know who that is? Look,
Yeah.
Can we get?
Wait, what? Did you say?
I've never seen a freakier looking guy in my entire life.
Did you say hi?
Yeah, I took a picture with him.
Nice.
But he was like, he couldn't talk. He was like, I mean, he
Imagine
was living
he
up
just-
to his name, I guess.
He just like comes over to your table and like drools all over her, and she's
was
like,
like-
"I'm gonna leave with Lil Xan."
They were like making a
was just
ruckus.
thinking that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like how
that's his way of
awful-
flirting.
How awful reality is that you have to
Yeah.
like be worried Lil Xan's gonna take
Yeah,
your
you're
girl.
like, there's like a there's a real chance this doesn't go in my way.
He looked
Wait, did he die?
horrible, honestly.
I don't know. I
this is a
did
good
see a
thing to
video of
share.
him. He bought a G-Wagon and then immediately keyed his own G-Wagon.
Respect.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Oh, he's
He's still
older
alive?
than I thought he'd
Bro
be.
wants to be
Okay,
a
that's
press
good.
so
Yeah, he
bad.
didn't die. Okay, cool.
That's good.
He survived.
It's funny to think at like 40 he's gonna have kids. He's gonna show up to like PTA meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, you're like,
Wait, so
oh, sorry, man. Bills are up 23-20 with 3:40 to go in the fourth.
that's plenty.
Rogers
of time.
masterclass incoming.
I remember the first date where I asked a girl on a date when I was 24. Went so bad.
Really?
It was horrible. Yeah, I took her to.
happened?
Remember that restaurant on like. I think I didn't know how to talk to her. I ordered like a huge meal, and like
I'll do the surf and turf and
it
for the
literally
la-
like
for-
I got like the steak with like the soup, and I
Yeah.
was like just eating it all, and
she's got a
just looking-
Caesar salad.
Yeah. And you could tell she just wanted to leave like right away. And
Wait, so you weren't always like well spoken? You're like good at conversation.
No, I was really shy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was like pretty not cripplingly shy. I always had friends and like, but I was just like, I would just rely on partying
Yeah.
to talk to people.
Were you sober on this first date?
Yeah, so at that time I was like 20. I got sober at like 24 for like a couple of years. So I was like, that's how I could hook up with girls. I was like, I'd have to ask them on dates now.
Yep. You just they spawn into your life. Like you wake up and they're like there because you like drunk Chad did that.
Yes.
No, he
You
was
know
saying
what
the
I mean?
opposite.
No. I sober now, so I had to like actually start like trying to like
Oh,
ask him on dates
okay.
sober,
Yeah.
and yeah, it took some work.
Yeah. It's scary. I don't think I want to do it again.
I went on a date.
go on another date?
No, like I would keep. I liked the person that I think this was a fluke that this went well.
That's not
Are
true.
you
It's
gonna ask her
one
out
for
again?
one, and you're calling it
yeah,
a
we're going to
fluke?
dinner on Friday.
Oh, dude, let's
Yeah.
go.
Preschool?
What? No.
Oh,
I regret, Jake. We might bleep
No,
that.
we gotta leave it in, dude.
There's a
no, we
million
gotta- we
preschool
gotta-
So
kids.
that
got it.
girl, the girl that I'm going to dinner with on Friday, we haven't talked about work at all. So I'm curious to see how that, like, will affect anything, if anything.
How so?
To be like she doesn't know what I do.
I think it'll only be additive, right?
I think maybe. I don't know.
I think so.
It's hard
worried
to
about
say. No. I just I think that was like to Will's point earlier, like sometimes it feels weird, like if someone knows you before you know them, right?
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form, and then like it almost feels like you maybe have like an unfair like upper hand.
It feels like they give you too much like slack or too much like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
whoever that girl is, I want her to like.
Do you think there's any part of you though that also feels like that's? I don't think that's why you do it, but like, of course you just want to express yourself and you want to put things out into the world that are representative of like the way you see things and the way you think things are funny. But isn't there a part of you also that's like, but I do want to be cool?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I think my whole life I've like wanted to be liked, and
Sure.
I think that's definitely like why else would you put yourself out there? I guess to some degree, right?
Yeah, and I guess like if it happened to me, like I was like, this isn't why I did it, but I was like, but this is chill.
Yeah.
It's a fun byproduct.
No, yeah,
of-
it's not a bad thing. It's just like I think about the point in my life where it's like trying to figure out like, all right, like nothing has been remotely serious now for like 4 years. So it's
Yeah.
like, what has to change? You know what I mean?
No, you're gonna marry like a super smart gal.
I
She's
hope
like
so,
a
dude.
High performing executive type.
Busty.
but a busty like AOC.
You don't even have to say busty if we're talking AOC, dude.
JT just built
without
up this
saying.
like awesome thing for Will, and Will just came in with a busty hammer
that
and
was
just
so
fucking
funny.
knocked it all
Dude, have you
down.
ever seen the
roommate
picture?
Joe
She
used to
is
do that.
so hot.
Put Boston University at the end of her name.
Oh God.
Oh, dude.
Hell yes.
Oh, you dog.
Oh, is
Wait,
this
why
when
was
she
she
did
doing
that
like a wet
dance video
T-shirt
or whatever?
concert?
That's fucked up.
Here's
But,
my thing. I think we should start doing dry T-shirt contests because I think everyone looks good in a wet T-shirt contest. But if everyone's bone dry, then you have to rely strictly on your bod.
That's my girl right there.
So what is this video that we're looking at?
I don't know what it is. I just know it exists.
Would you hook up
That's
with
a very
a
politically
Tommy
astute
Loren?
answer.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Oh,
Oh,
never
Tommy,
mind.
the
Yeah.
Fox News lady.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Because of her political views or because of her looks?
She's like old, isn't she?
She's like,
She's like too much
32,
stuff done.
Good
maybe?
stuff.
Maybe I'm picturing the wrong person, but
I'm just trying to think of hot political people.
oh yeah. I would definitely want them to be like, okay, yeah.
What do you mean
well-
she's old?
Sorry,
She's
I was thinking of someone else.
yeah.
like a objectively like lovely looking lady.
All right, yeah. But I tried to change her mind while I was doing it.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a charge to getting it on with someone who feels different than you on very important.
A charge?
True.
A charge.
Like a sexual
oh
charge.
yes. Well, I think it's like, we're doing something a little bit naughty. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, like imagine you're like with the Sinaloa cartel,
Yeah.
and then you meet one of like the bad girl Zetas,
Yeah.
and then she's on top of you, and she's got like a M16 kind of strangling
Yeah.
you with it, and at any moment it could go from romantic to violent.
You can hear like an MS-13 meeting outside.
She
Yeah.
could pull a
You're
knife
like,
and
"Oh,
just
this
shiv
is
you, and
so
you're like, but you might not because you like this so much.
What
You're
is
having too good of a
MS-18?
time.
Oh, yeah, Will and I were walking down the street
I
today and
agree.
we saw MS-18 and we were
I
like,
didn't
that
mean to
sounds
interrupt.
way
I could've kept
scarier
going
than
for a
MS-13.
while.
You saw like a tag?
Wait, hold on.
We saw a tag.
Stand well back.
I stopped to pee on a wall earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
this is a legit new thing.
So, no. So we were walking down the street today, and we saw a tag for MS-18, and we only knew about MS-13. We were saying there is either 5 more guys in it, or they're 5 percentage points more scary.
I was peeing like right next to their tag. I was worried I was
Yeah.
gonna get like sniped.
You pee on the tag,
He
did
was
you?
claiming
No, I
his
peed
turf.
like a little bit next to
We
it.
claimed his
Crazy
back.
Carnal, tres puntos will come
I
after you.
know. I was worried, dude. Well, I had to pee so bad though.
Hey, you're gonna get us all killed.
I'm gonna get yeah.
Watch
They're
your fucking
outside.
back, dog.
Wait.
Fool, you an idiot.
Willie,
bro.
the Friday beers? The cerveza?
I fucking love that
I'm
podcast.
cerveza de
Yeah,
viernes, me
bro.
voy a matar. Oh,
Wait, you it's Friday beers?
They come in to kill me. They're like, "Oh, we're Rusty Playing."
You got all
the
the
tracking
asada you
videos.
want, man.
Rusty
You're a
Ranks is
good
so
guy.
funny.
Hey, Rusty,
Hey,
rank
Rusty.
these nuts.
I love it.
Oh yeah, did you guys ever hear that? Did I ever tell you that story? No. We were. I was coming home from brunch a couple months ago, having like literally just like one of the greatest Sundays of all time. I'm on a street corner. It's like, the perfect weather out, and this red Mustang rolls up, and the phone's already recording, and I was just like, oh fuck, all right, here we go. Like, what's up, man? And he just goes, hey, Rusty, and I go, yeah, what's up, dude? And he goes, rank these nuts. And then does a burnout and peels out. all the people in his car like hysterically laughing. And like the way I remembered it, I think it was because it was so scary. It was like all like giant dudes, right? So I tell Will this story like on our podcast, and then it turns out it was a girl filming, and she posted the video. And like when she double taps, it like turns around to who's in the car. It was one guy who said it, but all the people laughing were like hot chicks, which is like worse, but
Way
like
worse.
it was awesome. He fucking got me so
And your
bad.
brain turned it into jack dudes.
Yeah,
That's wild.
because they were cackling. It was terrifying.
So
So
do
the
you think,
guy said it.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, Rusty, rank these nuts," and then they like lost their marbles, and I thought it was like guys like hyena laughing, but it was just girls regular laughing.
dude, you got that dude super laid that day.
Oh my god.
He stepped up.
I think
big.
I just have like, I was really curious, like what scenario, because they're in this red Mustang, it's him and like 3 girls, they clearly have nowhere to be, or they're just like, they're on a joyride or something around like Greater Brentwood. Like what was his deal?
Probably like money,
Yeah.
power, maybe.
that's an
It's
aphrodisiac.
gonna be JT after he wins this election.
I've seen the way women look at me since I started running.
Yeah.
There's something different in their eyes. I understand now where these other politicians are coming from. Like my spiritual brother, Bill Clinton. Dude, did you guys see this thing about how gangs have infiltrated the police department?
No.
Yeah,
Sounds
so there's
awesome,
like
though.
full on like tatted up like gang members who all joined the police department
Like
of Los
LAPD?
Angeles. Yeah.
Wow.
And they're like a full on like take your street gang and now just have them go through the police process and have them be in the police department.
So wait, so like they are just letting, certain neighborhoods like run rampant?
I don't know how it's like
They just go and arrest
materialized
their
in
rival
terms of
gang?
like, how they're policing. I just know that there's been a recent like media surge on things covering it.
Imagine how frustrating it would be if you're in, like, let's say I'm in MS-13 and you're like, a Latin king or something. And I know that you're a Latin king. And then like you disappear for a couple months and then you come back and you arrest me and you're a cop now.
Yeah.
I would be
Damn.
furious.
Damn.
It's so serious, but like the dedication of these gang members to go all the way through the police academy.
It's like reverse
They do that
undercover.
in Departed, right?
Yo, yeah. It's
Well,
totally, it's The Departed.
Yeah.
Isn't someone in Fast and
I
Furious?
have seen that movie.
Do you
But this
think maybe
seems
they
like-
saw The Departed and they were like, yo, bro, that's a good fucking idea, dude.
But this is like they're like, go ahead, sorry.
No, you go.
They're like heavily tatted up, so they're like, "You want to be a cop? Yeah, yeah."
Where'd you go to school? He's like, Colby. You're like, no, you didn't. Did you go to Wesleyan?
It is crazy that like there's a gang shit.
You didn't
I
go
don't
to
know.
dude.
Why is our new everyone in our new graduating cadet class have teardrop tattoos?
Yeah.
Blood
Like,
in,
when
Blood
did
Out is
Dickies
a
become part of the
classic movie.
uniform?
yeah.
Blood In, Blood Out. So the gang that Blood In, Blood Out is based on, Vatos Locos. That's not the real life gang, I don't think, but the biggest Mexican gang in LA was run by a mostly white dude,
Really? Nice.
but who grew up in like the barrio. Yeah. And the guy who played Ken in Street Fighter plays him in the movie.
I will say Jake is really, really on it when it comes to Googling.
He's a
Oh,
beast.
Yeah, he's sharp, man.
He's a freaking
I'm like
beast.
thinking about something and he like already has it kind of typed out.
He is AI.
Imagine
He is
him in a
Neuralink.
three-way.
Dude, yeah.
He already knows what position you're
I
gonna
know.
do
I
before
think,
you
honestly,
do.
I think
and
I'd
then he
finish
beats you
first
too.
after seeing what he's whipping out here.
Yeah.
We walk in on Jake having sex and like his ankles are on her shoulders.
You
How
gotta
are you
do
even
doggy,
doing
and
that?
Jake's already there. He's like, bro, I saw you.
Yeah.
You probably want to do doggy. That's why I'm already there,
It's
dog.
hanging from the ceiling.
Do you know what movie I love? Have you ever seen Lock?
That's my favorite movie of all time.
Really?
I swear to God, call
Tom Hardy?
Call Strider right now and ask him what my favorite. Dude, that's hilarious. You say that. Yeah.
I knew that.
Oh, you did?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's been doing research on you.
Oh, that's so funny. I was like, I've never heard, like, I spend more time with Will than like almost anyone. And I was like, that's crazy. I've never heard him talk about this movie before.
That's just a tidbit on the research
Yeah.
I've done.
Damn it, that's good research, dude. Even talking to people close to me. Do you guys pre-release people when you do your man on the street interviews?
Man,
What's pre? Oh no. Like make him sign a release?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So isn't that so? Like so many people, I think, who think about like the prank space or man on the street stuff, they think it's like so like legally thought through and like executed. When in reality, there's just no expectation of privacy
Do
in the
you guys?
world. No, because we've talked to lawyers, people who have like worked with Sacha Baron Cohen before, and they're like, look, if you're in public and your cameras are out in the open, people cannot expect to not be filmed. That's
Yeah.
just the way the law is laid out.
Even for like the Netflix show.
For the Netflix show, we did do it because if you're getting paid, it adds like a secondary level that makes you more liable. But
it.
for the most part, like if you're out in the world and we roll up on you with cameras, you kind of just got to roll with it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
if I start like running away and you chase me, like, is that?
You might have a case then.
Yeah.
You have to give tacit acknowledgement
Yeah,
or
yeah,
tacit
yeah.
approval, which means if you're talking to me, that's
Has
like,
a
all right,
guy,
you're okay.
Has a guy ever just taken off on you?
Has anyone just ever
Just someone ran away.
Like no, and like
Dude,
hauled ass.
I've tried to get some people down to the Venice Boardwalk, and like they're like, no, I can't be on camera. I'm like, that guy is wanted.
When
Well,
we
no,
were-
people are savvy in LA.
They're smart now.
Yeah,
I dropped something.
Well, I think now too, like TikTok, and people are so used to pranks now.
Yeah. that's
Whereas
true.
I think 10 years ago, you brought out a camera, people were like, oh, what's this? But now it's like you just see people farting on people.
Have you guys heard of Slab City? In it's like that they call it like the like last like lawless city, whatever. It's in California, like the desert.
Right.
So like I went to film a video there for my YouTube show, and you know we're talking to all these people, all like really nice people, but strange cats. and we go into this one like kind of makeshift bar, and we were like, hey, is it cool if we come in and like talk to you guys? And they're like, yeah. Just like don't film like those two people. And we're like, yeah, for sure. But it was like a known thing, like don't. And like I didn't really think anything of it. And then Skylar was like, I think like they must be like on the run from something, because all of them immediately were like, yeah, come on, and just like, please don't film those people.
Wow.
Being
Without
on the
them
run would
saying
be
it.
sick.
I know. It was him and his girlfriend. I know.
Again,
It was him and his
sounds hot.
girlfriend.
Sounds like him and his
Sounds
girlfriend.
I will
When you're
say,
that ride or die with a gal, that's what me and my gal got.
yeah, Bonnie and Clyde stuff. Yeah, I don't think I've ever met. For me, it's really hard to get a girl to like a second location. I can't imagine getting them to like go on the run with me. To, like,
To believe in you, to be on the
Yeah.
run. Yeah.
Yep.
In Bonnie and Clyde's time too, it's not like they had a ton of options. She was like, "This might be my best bet."
It's like a look. Like, what do you? Can you give an example of a second
Yeah,
location?
so like we're at the bar.
yeah.
Like they're very comfortable around me in the bar. Getting them to a second location is hard.
Like you want to cap this off with Yogurtland?
It's hard to say, but there's some
TCBY.
statistic that
Fuck.
like the majority of kidnappings, or like if the kidnapper gets
Right.
you to a second location, you're kind of toast.
I think Chad just nailed it though. It's
What?
because. So is your second location normally someone's house or apartment?
Yeah.
I think if you do an in between
Yeah, we need
location,
to stop somewhere, a buffer.
yeah, you need a second location that's not a house or
Yeah.
apartment to get to the third location, which is the house or apartment.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, let's go grab a slice of pizza. Let's get some
Yep.
yogurt.
Yep.
Let's go down to the batting cages.
Yeah. Dude,
come down to the old batting cages.
if you're
with
if
me.
you're talking to a girl and you're like, and she says yes to the second location,
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa.
I'm like, do you know how statistically dangerous that is for me to take you to
Do you remember when we were one time we were in Patchogue, New York? You ever been?
Patch
No.
Vegas, man?
Patch Vegas. It's a shitty town at the end of Long Island, and we were at this bar that had like golf simulator bays upstairs.
Yep.
And so we were talking to some chicks and some dudes, I guess, too.
Yeah, yeah.
But we were like, all right, let's, like, the people were like, oh, we'll get you a bay. And so they got us a bay, and so we went up, and it sucked. That second location sucked because it's golf simulator is not fun unless you're
Wait.
good at. It's just like golfing,
Dude, this is a
so then
great
the girl is
take.
up, and then she shanks it, and then she is up again and shanks it, and then she's up.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, golf simulators suck.
It's not.
It's fun with if it's four of you that are all good, it's awesome.
Nah,
yeah,
dude.
I guess.
Like, dude, if you go with your buddies that
Just
are
go
like
golfing,
also
man.
dialed. No, but like I grew up in Maine, like the winter, like
Yeah.
Also, nowhere can you golf in like corduroys and flip flops and like have someone bring you pitchers of beer. Like that's
Right.
kind of
You ever
awesome,
been
right?
to Westlake,
That's sick.
dude? They got a course up there. You wear anything?
Oh, there we go. Well, Will and I played golf one time. It was the first time I ever golfed in like a t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah. It was in Queens.
it was in Queens, New York, and we got
Wing
into
foot?
it. No, like very public course, like
Yeah, it was sick.
gas carts. Like it sounded like a lawnmower when you like go to. Like
That's
it was,
awesome.
yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome. My brother was flirting with the cart girl. Did I ever tell you the follow up to this?
No,
The cart girl was like really cute, and my brother at the end of it, we had to leave early because we were going to the Yankees game. And then at the end of the round, I guess my brother asked for a number, and she gave it to him. And then he got a text that night, and it was from her boyfriend. And it was like, "Hey, this is blank's boyfriend. Nice try, fucker," or like something.
I feel like you're kind of directing this in the wrong area. Like he,
He was
got
like,
the,
he was like, I just
phone number,
asked.
Yeah. Nice try, fucker.
Nice try, fucker.
That guy sounds like he's gonna have a very busy life.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Every night
That's
he's
so
like, "Give me your
funny.
phone."
It's like
Every
a
night he's
a
texting
90s
a guy.
bully.
Because that must happen all the time.
Yeah.
babe, what the hell?
Why are all these guys trying to fuck you? Also, how do they keep getting your number?
Yeah.
Dan Bilzerian had the best theory on that, where he's like, "Hey, that's up to the girl. She's got to police that stuff. You can't just be fighting dudes all day."
Right.
That guy's kind of a bummer to me.
I tried to direct a documentary about him. I got a couple interviews in, and then I think they were kind of using me to motivate someone else, but I got to talk to him a little bit.
Yeah. What was he like?
He was not a great listener,
Oh, interesting.
and he was very proud of his own life.
Yes.
But he was, I would say, the thing that I found interesting is he's very, very honest.
Mm.
How can you differentiate between like honesty and him just like lying?
Well, so there are things that I do think he's suspicious about that I would have liked to have investigated, like where he got his money from, because he basically says it was through his like own entrepreneurship and poker playing, not from his kind of criminal dad, who's also a big entrepreneur that might have put the cash in his bank account so he didn't lose it when he went to jail. But I guess there's really embarrassing stories in his book that would like break most people, and I am kind of impressed by his perseverance and like just not caring what other people think. And
I think a little bit of caring like is you have to have some sort of like I care about people's approval a little bit.
No, like I don't look. Do I think he'd be like the best guy if there was like a? Would the world be better if there was a billion Dan Bilzerians? Absolutely not.
What do you think would happen? What would day one of that look like?
I don't know. I think
I don't really know who this
I think
guy
they'd all
is.
fight with each other.
Yeah, you kind of dodged a bullet. It was I thought he was awesome in 7th grade.
And so I always disliked him actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So maybe that's why I've swung the other way. But I still dislike him. I just don't want to talk. You know what? I feel bad saying I dislike him when I tried to work with him. So it's like, well, what kind of
Yeah.
piece of shit am I if I guess I was
Jeans
excited
says
to
he's a
try and
chode.
do it.
Yeah, in Cream Jeans has a pretty great gauge on people, right? He's like,
He seems.
Oh, Cream Jeans is my
He just
guy.
also said, "Sun it before you thumb it." So,
Cream Jeans, I love you. You know you're my boy.
I
It's
like
you and
this
me
guy's
against the world.
judgment.
dog.
Yeah, I like it, dude. I will say a lot of the chat, you know, both usernames and like their texts are like kind of mostly about like eating butt, which is interesting.
I think.
yeah.
Well, I think that's because Grandma Dominator's girlfriend wants to tongue punch his beehole.
Yeah. Yes.
And so he keeps just saying, "I need beehole advice."
I'm glad Taint underscore Tickler 84 is chiming in because it seems like he has a good knowledge of the subject.
I think we need Queef King in here though to really kind of.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Grandma Dominator, I don't know.
Queef King's been quiet.
I don't know what the problem is. Your
Wait, so
girlfriend-
I mean, I in just to play Grandma Dominator advocate here, I've never done that. Is that an enjoyable thing to do? It sounds like the opposite of fun.
Never done what?
Eat someone's butt. That
I
sounds,
think
someone's-
his girlfriend wants to eat.
She wants to
his.
eat his.
oh, well, that sounds.
Better.
It sounds
Oh,
better.
you're more into receiving than giving.
No. I would
in
not.
terms of licking butt, absolutely.
I would not let someone go just out of like pure respect for them and their beliefs. I wouldn't let them go near there.
Eating your butt?
Not even close.
You know what?
But I also am a hairy gentleman, so
Oh, that's
I don't think
true.
that bothers people. I think they see a man as supposed to be hairy. I think they'd be more weirded out if you were bear sphinctered.
well.
That's not the worst either.
So Will and I are kind of on both. Will's starting to get a little bit of chest hair, but for a while, like it looked like we had the amount of hair for two grown men, but like I had taken all of it off of Will and put it on my body.
Wow,
I'm a very hairless guy.
Yeah.
Always have been.
dude, that's
I'm getting
good
it
for
on my
butt-
back
That's
now.
good for butt eating.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's like an open
You know,
canvas down there.
I have a policy that I no longer it's past tense, but and to make you feel better about it. If someone eats your butt, you take them to a musical.
Okay. Yeah.
Little
I think
Les
that's.
Mis or something.
Little Les Mis. Get it on.
Wait.
Yeah.
So is this after or before?
After.
Do you let them know that the reason I'm taking you to Wicked is because you ate my bum?
No.
It's like it's a spontaneous thing.
Be nice. That's a really nice
Yeah.
thing someone's doing. You're gonna remember it forever. So how about
All right, here's a question
pay
for
it forward
you.
and give them a memory?
I had a situation where I started like associating one thing with another thing. Did you start associating musicals? Like when you were at a musical, did you start to be like, ooh, I'm gonna get my butt eaten later?
Oh, do I have like a synesthetic arousal? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
what's
like,
the
oh,
like?
I know
What's
what these
the
things
what's the
gotta go.
dog? The
Pavlov.
dog Pavlov dog.
Um.
Like you got like the opening act happens and like you start to quiver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your situation?
We used to go do something after my 9:30 a.m. like communications class, and
What you guys go do?
don't worry about it. And
Like a weird sex thing?
not like to each other, but like
Wait, what's the?
all right, we would go get massages after.
Oh, like rub and tugs?
Like some people did, some people didn't. I'm not gonna say
You
who
haven't
did. who's
fully
gonna
worked out how you
incriminate
feel about
who
this.
didn't here.
Yeah.
But like 9:30 a.m. Comm class ended. We were all like rolling to the the massage place next. And all right, bleep that out. Also, I don't want to expose this place. And so my buddy used to text me in the middle of class, and he just goes, "No one knows I'm getting jerked off after this." And so we'd be sitting in class, and you start to like get aroused because you're like, every other Wednesday, like we're rolling to the. Yeah.
You know what? That means a lot to
Yeah.
me that you would share that, because I think
Yeah.
a lot of people think that's seedy. I actually think
It
that's
is a
really
little
sweet.
seedy.
No, and I also think that's what life is made of, is having those experiences where you have a friend you can trust to text him and say, "Hey man, I'm bricked up right now."
Yeah, no one knows I'm
And you and
getting
me are about to have a
jerked off after
special
this.
experience, and like did you know that guy well? Was he your guy?
He's literally one of my best friends.
See, yeah, you're not going to do that with some stranger guy.
Well, we kind of weren't that like that year
That brought
was
you close?
No. We had started to get close that year.
But what a leap that is. Like, you want to talk about asking a girl on a date is scary.
Yep.
Asking a guy after the 9:30 a.m.
Yeah.
comms class to go get mutually jacked off at a
Yeah.
massage
Well,
parlor.
for the record, I didn't do it.
Oh, you did it?
I didn't inhale. One of the funniest things about this place was it was like a family operation, right? So there was like 3 women, and it was like, what I gathered was like grandma, mother, daughter, right?
Ooh.
And so it was like 20. There was like
Which one do you want?
Let me tell you.
Grandma.
I'll tell you exactly which one you want.
I know what Grandma Dominator one.
Yeah. And there was one that was like our age, maybe a couple of years older. And then there was like a 40-year-old one, and then there was like a 70-year-old one. And sometimes you'd be like, I really want I want the one our age. And that wasn't the hand you were dealt that day.
Mm-hmm.
And you like learned to actually like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're-
What a
you-
strange
you know
family
what?
business.
I've heard.
No, I feel what you're feeling. I
Yeah.
get it.
Were they? Yeah.
I like coming. I was telling Will this earlier. Like, I like coming on other people's podcasts because you're not. I think you fall into like start playing. Like, it's not a real character, but like Will and I
Totally.
have versions of ourselves that like I think we turn on when we're recording our podcast, because that's like how we do it. And then when you're here, it's like we're hanging out, and you're like you're more yourself.
I did someone's podcast the other day. I was like, well, how come I don't say any of this shit on my podcast?
I know.
And I don't think to.
Will and I get really excited to talk to each other every Monday, because you're like, okay, I want to tell these 6 stories, but oftentimes there's like not a lot of overlap. Here, it's like we have nothing written down, so it like flows better, right? Because it's like you tell something that reminds me of this, and
Yeah,
it's great.
It's a bro down.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, nothing better than clearing the hopper, getting some nice therapy in. Therapy's the best because it helps you sort of understand what's going on underneath. Halloween, it's a scary time. But there's something scarier than ghosts and demons. Your thoughts, your anxiety, dealing with those crazy things in your dome. But BetterHelp can help you overcome your fears and overcome your anxiety or depression, because they got the best therapists in the biz. Okay, and if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Guys, overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/go deep to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/go deep. Make sure you get it in with BetterHelp. What up? Guys, I've been hitting the gym lately. I've been doing every muscle group. Not just buys, not just tries, not just thighs, but every muscle group. But you know what that does when I perspire? It makes me stink. That's why I need something like Jack Black, the best antiperspirant in the biz, because they got their new Pit Boss deodorant that's making me smell so fresh. My girlfriend's like, "What are you doing? You smell fantastic." I'm like, "That's Pit Boss, babe. That's freaking Jack Black, baby." That's Jack Black, because this podcast is sponsored by Jack Black. Jack Black just came out with 4 new scents of their #1 deodorant, Pit Boss. Their deodorant is the best at controlling odor and wetness, so no matter what I'm doing. And now I can have my cleanser, lotion, antiperspirant, all in my favorite scent, which is a total game changer. Jack Black's original Pit Boss deodorant is a top seller. Now you can get the same reliable odor and wetness protection in 4 new masculine scents. Big Sur offers a refreshing aroma that mixes marine accord and amber. Blue Midnight features adventurous notes of black pepper and lavender. Jack Zen presents a grounding blend of bamboo and violet, and Black Reserve is an elite woody formula with striking notes of cardamom and cedarwood. Last time I used Jack Black, this morning, dude, and I felt fantastic. I used the Blue Midnight, and I smell amazing. Talk to my girlfriend. I love Jack Black because it's the best. If you want simple, effective products that do what they say they're going to do, you need Jack Black. Head to getjackblack.com/go deep and use code go deep for 10% off your order and free shipping. Once again, that's getjackblack.com/go deep for 10% off your order plus free shipping. And make sure you use my promo code go deep so they know I sent you. This podcast is brought to you by the legends at Chubbies. Guys, I'm wearing Chubbies shorts right now. Check it out. You see that? These shorts are dank. I also use Chubbies shorts for yoga and working out because they have the best athletic shorts, best swimsuit, best swim trunks in the game. I mean, they're so fun, just fun designs. If you're wearing Chubbies, people are like, this guy is here to have a good time. It's awesome. I love Chubbies, dude. It's such an excellent brand. And summer is dead. Sorry if that sounded harsh, but it is. Fall is here. Weather gets chillier, crisper, and you need something to catch up with your wardrobe. Luckily, the sponsor of this ad read is here to save the day. Chubbies. They got new winter wear to make you feel warm and look good while doing it. They got flannels, warm pullovers, cozy quarter zips. Dude, I can't even say it. If you're going to that outdoor football game, pumpkin patch, all that kind of stuff. You want someone to be like, oh, wow, that person is wearing Chubbies. Because when you're wearing Chubbies, you're making a statement, and that's what's up. And would you look at that, folks? For a limited time, our friends at Chubbies are giving our listeners 20% off with the promo code GODEEP20 at checkout at chubbiesshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with the promo code GODEEP20. Support our show and tell them we sent you this fall. Make the most of every moment with Chubbies. Shop now and fall in the comfort, one stylish piece at a time.
What's up?
What's up with you, Playboy?
What up?
Were you chilling?
I'm chilling.
All right, rock solid. So what's ailing you, brother?
So I think I'm just gonna read what I texted you guys. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, sweet. All right, so my issue has to do with sexuality, specifically men's sexuality. I think I'm gonna start with the beginning of my sexual history. When I was like 5, maybe 6, me and a friend, we exchanged head. And that was pretty weird. He initiated it. I felt weird, and his dad and sister walked in, which added like an element that I can't even understand. So that happens when I'm super young. Like 7th, 8th grade comes around. I start kissing girls.
Wait, sorry to interrupt. How old were you when the exchange happened?
I was like 5.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, continue.
All right. So 7th, 8th grade comes around. I start kissing girls. I was a really late bloomer. I didn't hit puberty until like 15. These girls wanted to touch my D. My dick was so small, I didn't hit puberty yet, that I was too afraid to let them see it or touch it, which wasn't a good idea. Like, I think that they thought that I was gay for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the guy with the small dick.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand.
None of us do.
Yeah. So fast forward to high school. I hit puberty. I started experimenting with myself. Start jerking off, getting into some porn, all types of porn. Gay porn, straight porn, trans porn. I'm even talking with the gay guy in school. We're exchanging texts. We're talking about gay stuff. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought in my head, I was just in my head, I was just a straight guy, just talking to a gay guy. It didn't register for me that I was doing gay stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyway, I got a girl around senior year, and again, didn't think anything of it. Rumors started to spread. Everyone was like, "This guy's definitely gay." And then I go to college, and people are way more upfront with how they feel about you. People are like, when are you coming out of the closet? Are you gay? They're asking me about Grindr. And so I'm like, oh shit, everyone for sure thinks I'm gay. This is so weird. I'm like reading a speech. All right.
No, you're good.
So then I'm like, all right, everyone thinks I'm gay. So I come out as gay. I start hooking up with guys. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it's fit. So then I'm like, okay, maybe I'm bi. I continue to hook up with guys. Nothing really fits. I didn't really enjoy any of it. And now I'm like, I think I'm going all the way back to straight.
Nice.
Because I've tried dudes, didn't really like it. And now I'm like realizing that, okay, maybe I am straight. That's probably it. But I'm not throwing gay off the table, if any of that makes sense.
Have you hooked up with a girl?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did like that.
Nice. Well, you know what, dude? I want to say this. I want to say first, we love you. Thank you for being so vulnerable with us and telling us all that. It was. I know it was a lot for you to unpack, and I hope you feel better getting that truth off your chest and summarizing it to us, and maybe that helps you have a more cohesive idea of your own sexuality. You had such an extreme introduction to sex, and at such an early age, and then you had the built-in factor of being caught, and I'm sure like the weird shame that came around from that it makes sense to me that you've kind of spent your life exploring and trying to find a sexual identity that fits with all that energy that got out of you so early. I think
that's what I'm thinking.
I think you've done a good job of not shutting yourself off to everything, and it sounds like you're a kind person, so I'm glad you didn't let it make you self-destructive or destructive towards others. So I would just be gentle with yourself, not judge yourself. It's all okay. And then maybe talk to a sex therapist so you can kind of really deduce what you do like, because sometimes I have seen in like sex addiction where guys will do things outside of their normal sexual appetite just to get a high or a feeling. And if they were turned down in their excitement, it might not be something that they actually wanted to do. So I'm not judging anything. I think everything's on the table, and you should 100% find out what that is. And it could be a lot of things, but I think talking to someone who has a history with these things can really help you find out a way to live that makes sense, to find a sex life that will help you live better.
I think that's a great idea. I'm wondering what questions they would ask. You know what I mean? Like, am I supposed to tell them the very beginning of like when I started with, sexual stuff until the very end?
Yeah.
And then go from there?
Oh, dude, that's what I did. I was 24. I went in there and I was like, I watch porn all day. I started watching porn at this age. I had this weird experience when I was this age, and it all comes together and you find out like, the origins of it. And then you can kind of decide. It's great. You don't have to call it all trauma, but you get a choice to really figure out how it affects you. And then you can decide how much size to give it. But talking it through, and you don't have to keep repeating and always talk about it, but talking it through that once and having a real professional kind of give you clarity on it and give you heart on it is huge, man. It changed my life.
I have a thought.
All right. I didn't know that was a thing.
I think there's like something pretty cool that you have here, where like you have a perspective that not a lot of guys get, right? So it's like I am straight and like I've never experimented, so like I can't say definitively like I wouldn't like that. Like you now have all the data to be like, you know, I've tried all these things and you know, here's what I do like, here's what I don't like, which I think is pretty uncommon. So that's cool that you have that, you know, perspective.
Yeah, he truly knows. You know what
Sorry,
you
go
like
ahead.
and don't like.
You've tried everything on the menu and you know, you like a number 7.
He is kind of an explorer. Like
Yeah,
he's been
yeah.
to all the continents, and he's like, I like this
Yeah,
one.
you're a regular I can't think of an explorer. Sorry.
Thank you. That's a good twist on it. Yeah, I can relate to that. I know, I'm pretty confident now that I know what I like. Like you said, I've tried the menu. I've tried all the menu. I've tried everything on the menu. So now I'm like, okay, I can go forward from here. I don't need to look back anymore. But I do think going to a sex therapist would probably be a good idea, because I still do hold a ton of anxiety and definitely a little bit of shame. So I do think what you said, going to a sex therapist would probably benefit me.
Yeah, and I don't mean to overlay my own issues with your own too. I think
Not at all.
because
Not at all.
it just took up so much of my life too. That's what I wanted to do, is just kind of right size it as well. But I'm just curious now, without a judgment or putting it into a therapeutic context, what is your favorite thing that you've experienced?
I don't think I've experienced it yet. I want a girl to lick my butthole. That's like my goal.
Nice.
We've been talking
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I like you sound
Yeah,
like a
Grandma,
man
I
with simple
saw-
pleasures, which is just
I
the
saw
best thing in the
Dominator.
world.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
that's pretty awesome. You've tested out all these things and you really nailed it down to like one specific. That's sick.
But here's my concern: when he gets that, is he gonna love it, or is he gonna be on to the next one?
Right.
Only
And am
one-
I
only
wrong to
one way to
worry
find
about
out.
that?
Only one way
Yeah,
to
you know
find out.
what? You're a rock turner, brother.
Did Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong question themselves before they went to the moon? No, they figured out if they liked it up there by going.
See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's
Do you
the can
think-
do
do you think I'll
attitude
get
that
there
built
and not
America.
like
No, you're gonna
Or
like it.
like it, but want to do more.
There's always you can always
You're definitely gonna want more.
Yeah.
I can hear it in you, brother. You got an engine.
Hey,
Would you want to eat in return?
it's good. That's a good.
would
that's
I
a
eat
good
in
point.
return? Of course, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, this guy's a giver.
Yeah. I had a thought earlier that about the the thing that happened when you were 5. I read a book for my summer reading in high school, and it's talking about like male friendship at a young age, and he talks about how close him and this guy were, and he said he's the only man whose butthole I've ever looked at just out of curiosity. Like I think young boys are just you guys might have gotten a little bit carried away, but just two curious young brains, trying to make their way through life.
It's very common. Christopher Hitchens in his memoir talked about how all the British boys, when they'd go away to school, they all did it. I mean, Spartan culture, it's built into the DNA for sure.
Yeah. And then it's just how it affects you later in life. That's the real question.
Yeah.
Because you guys are right. I think most young boys do experiment a little bit. Maybe not most, but
I think a lot.
there's a good chunk.
Yeah, for sure. And you sound like a great guy.
Oh, thanks, man.
I hope you get that butt licked. I hope you lick
Thank
the
you,
other
dude.
one back.
Wait, did you say you want yours licked?
I do, yeah.
I think that sounds like a killer Saturday. I hope it goes great for you, man.
Thank
Dude,
you, man.
well,
Thank you.
While we have you, there's someone in the chat, Grandma Dominator. His girlfriend wants to eat his butthole, but he sounds anxious about it. What would you say to him?
Dude, I would be stoked. That's like a dream. Please go for it. You don't know how many dudes out there that want their butthole licked by a nice lady. Please go for it.
Dude, yeah, Grandma Dominator. You heard
love
the
this
man.
guy, dude.
If for nothing else, do it for this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I have one more question too. Do you find that you're in a different personal energy when you pursue a guy versus a woman?
Yes.
And how is it different?
Yeah. Or do you mean? What do you mean? Do you mean like flirting with a guy, or
Yeah,
just
like how's your game different?
Oh, that's a great question.
There's really no game with guys. I think it's kind of like, can I see your?
You want to
cock?
do this?
You wanna
Let's
see
do
mine?
it. Yeah.
There's
you
something
said-
kind of beautiful.
Can
about
I see
that.
your cock? Is that?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It was in Sex
Yeah,
Addicts.
yeah.
I'd see that. I felt so bad for the good-looking gay guys in Sex Addicts because I was like, dude, I don't know how you. It's just there's horniness on both sides.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the whole pretense. Like you don't have to say, let's go back and watch a movie. You just be like, hey, let's go back to my place. And I'm
Yeah.
like, ass fuck you like crazy. It's like, all right, it's on.
Dude, I
We
never
beat
really
them
thought about it
Doonies
like
down.
that before. That's pretty awesome.
It's so cool.
Dude,
But then imagine
I
you got a problem and you're a handsome gay guy. How are you not going to do that all the
Right.
time? It takes a
Dude,
lot of restraint.
if I was a bottom, some guy's like, I want to fuck you. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, yeah, let's
Like,
get a
what's
bird scooter.
How close is the Uber?
Yeah, dude.
So in West Hollywood, when I was more in my partying days, I do remember there was a dearth of tops and there was an overabundance of bottoms. Like the supply and demand was totally off.
It was a great year to be a bottom.
Yeah, so if you were a top, you were in everyone wanted you because everyone was a
Wow.
bottom.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
It was tough to find a good top. And
like
a lot of
a-
even the
How was
super
it not-
masked dudes were bottoms.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like there was a shortage.
Total shortage.
That would be a fun way to explain like micro macroeconomics to someone.
Totally,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them were very liberal, and I was like, well, actually,
Yeah.
if you guys
Kind of in a bull economy
yeah,
right now.
what we need to do is
Dude.
facilitate the building of tops.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. Dude,
Do you know what
that's-
year this was? Because I think most guys are tops nowadays.
Oh wow, I'm old. This was probably I was 8 years ago, so like what's that, 2016? And maybe it's an
Okay,
LA
okay.
thing. Where are you getting after it?
Say that again?
This was in Los Angeles. Where do you get after it?
Oh, I'm in Philadelphia.
Oh, totally different
Nice.
energy there.
Dude,
yeah.
Tons of
Yeah.
tops in Philly.
Brotherly love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it is the sitter.
What about Maine?
Maine was in it. Are you saying like for the gay scene? It's hard to say. My sister's gay, but she's a woman, so you know, I think the guys who, you know, were doing it, it was maybe closer to like a Brokeback situation where
Yeah,
there's a lot of
little
flannel.
more rugged.
Yeah, a lot of flannel to get through, and you know, maybe they do it, you know, behind log cabin doors.
It's like you
know what I
pull
mean?
up a lobster trap.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like, you're like, dude, you got some.
It's like a naked guy in there. Yeah.
Just pull it up. It's rusty naked.
Yeah. So
In Philadelphia, the gay neighborhood is just called the Gayborhood.
yeah. That's
Oh,
awesome.
really?
That's like on a map. It's so sick.
That's
That's
beautiful
awesome.
stuff.
Some of the best bars in Philly.
Dude, thank you so much, man. It was awesome talking. You sound like a great guy. Thank you for being so honest and vulnerable with us.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you guys for the advice.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Best
it.
of luck.
Later, brother. What an awesome guy.
Yeah. He's living it to the hilt.
Is that pretty standard for you guys?
Yeah, that was
you,
like so honest and
you guys have like fostered this environment where people feel comfortable to do that, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think that's fairly common.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I think so.
We've had a huge influx of gay viewership
Oh, nice.
because we had a clip about pegging go viral,
Nice.
Oh yeah.
and
That guy was awesome. We met him in person. What a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got me interested in it. I haven't tried it,
I haven't
Yeah.
either.
but he called it a fun button.
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then,
yeah.
Which like,
Well,
Isn't
isn't
that
that where it
enticing?
is for us? It's back there.
it's a fun button, dude.
yeah.
I wish I was more into butthole stuff. I've tried and I'm like, my radar just goes nuts.
I giggle.
My
I mean,
alarms go nuts.
I giggle. I go ah.
Oh yeah, at our show at the Comedy Store, I put my finger through the pants up everyone's butt to see
Yep.
who reacted the best, and
Yeah.
Chad reacted the most and giggled, and it was the cutest, and he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy it. Like I've like had some close calls with like the soap bar and stuff, and it wasn't fun for me.
With the what?
Like, you know, sometimes if
put
I'm
the soap
feeling
bar
like
in your ass?
blue collar, no, I'll be like, it like gets to that point where it's so small that like you like lose control of it left and right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Chad,
and
you
you
look
lost the
utterly
soap
confused
bar?
and
no,
unconvinced by his reasoning.
no. I'm saying like, you know, I
Dig
went
in,
to
brother.
I
Get
went
it,
to
get
do
it,
the
get
credit
it.
card swipe and like, you know, nicked it. I didn't like, it wasn't. There was no full P, but yeah, a graze, if you will.
There always sounds like there's something more to what you're saying.
Yeah, you know,
You're,
dude.
you're
You stuck a
freak.
soap bar up your ass. Just
No,
say
that's
it.
not true. It's
Yeah.
objectively
Was
not
it-
true.
Was it Irish Spring?
Was it the grandma or the young one that did it to you?
I seriously did not do that, but I'm saying like Charles Barkley said the same thing. He said
He put a soap bar up his ass?
no, we didn't do.
Dude,
like,
honestly, it's funny that does. I'm like, all right, well, if Charles said it. He's
me
in
and
it for it.
Charles,
I put a soap bar on my ass.
neither
He was on
Charles
Shaqtin' a Fool that
nor neither Charles nor I put the soap bar up our ass on purpose. He was saying he hates these hotel soap bars because they're small and it happens.
Because they so weirdly go up his
Yeah,
ass.
Charles Barkley rant about soap cracks Shaq up. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, no, it's a real issue that, you know, guys of Charles and I's stature face. Will one time, Will and I are in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Shaq's DJing.
Yeah.
And you know, we're side stage watching him tear it up, and Shaq goes to leave, and Will, like, you know, goes to give him some knucks. He just dwarfs his hand.
He
literally made his,
it like this.
made his hand.
Squidded you?
Yeah, he
made his hand
squidded me.
disappear.
But I don't even think he had a choice, dude.
Yeah.
His hand was so big, it was just like crazy. Yeah.
And then his son, the RC one, not the one that hoops, or either the one that hoops.
Not Sharif.
Sharif. It was the I can't remember his name. Miles came to the casino with us.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, me,
Is he
Will,
a
the
good
guy
guy?
that owns Fred's. It was awesome.
Dude,
Dude,
we were just in Baton Rouge, and I thought I had when I was there. I was like, dude, Brian Kelly is not the right guy for this
No.
job and will never win here.
Never in a million
Like, you
years.
need an Ed Ogeron, Les Miles, who's kind of like sleazy.
Yep.
Like, you're
Yeah.
worried he might date a co-ed, and you're worried if you like
Yes.
recorded his phone calls, he'd get
Yes.
canceled for every single. You need a guy like that
Yes,
down there.
agreed. You need a guy who has different guys for things, right? Like I think Kelly plays everything by the books. Like you need, I think Coach O, like he had a crawfish guy. He had like he probably had like a magnets guy. Like you need a guy who's like can get things on a whim.
And after a win, like Coach O's probably puking behind a barn.
Yep.
Cop turns up the lights. Like, oh, Coach O's like, oh, hey, sorry.
Yeah,
Had some bad oysters.
Oh, hey now,
that's some bad oysters.
grinding on some pre-med.
But he
major.
knows that he's only supposed to do that when they're 12-0.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
not doing.
Yeah,
if you do
yeah,
that when
yeah.
you're 5-6, get out of
Dude,
town.
when they're 500, he's locked in his room, sober. Coach O getting rizzed up. Or getting rizzed.
Remember
by-
that Urban Meyer video where he's
Yeah,
getting
he's
grinded
grinding.
Oh,
on?
dude, that ended his Jacksonville Jaguars job because they just got their asses whipped,
Dude,
right?
he was so bad.
When was the last time you guys ground?
Oh, like with a gal?
Yeah.
I'm doing a bit about this right now. To me, it's the great. It's been a minute. Me and my girlfriend's a great dancer, so when we dance, it's the best. She's best all time. But to me, it's the most magical experience possible.
Really?
When you meet someone on the dance floor, and then you're just like, "What is up?" You start grooving together, and then when you're young, you just want to hump.
Yep.
You get older, you learn.
It's all about the
You
side.
just
gyration.
graze. You just graze once in a while. Let them know you're there. And then when they turn back, don't look too horny. They're gone if you look too horny. When they turn
Yeah.
back, you gotta do this one. I don't know how
Yeah.
I got here. How did I get here?
Yeah, it's just,
I gotta do that. I
Now-
don't know
now
where
I'm
I
over
would
here.
do that.
Yeah,
I think I would go
what's
to
going
bars
on?
where people are doing that.
I've only been ground once. Sorry, what'd you say?
No,
Jack?
it just brought back memories for me.
Yeah.
You've only ground once?
Yeah, well, we went to there was this UCF bar when I my freshman year of college, my first night at college, and we didn't know that like our school, like the kids from our school, were kind of supposed to steer clear there. Like they didn't really like you there, and we were just in the dance floor, and it kind of just happened. I feel like it's one of those things that just happens.
Just happens.
Like I don't remember asking.
Electrons banging off each other.
And I was looking at my roommate, shout out Jack Party, and we were looking at each other, just being like, is this what college is all about? Like, this is pretty cool. And then we never went back to that bar, and I never ground again.
Damn.
How would they
It's interesting you call
identify
it grounding too.
You were like, they dress different. Like, I think kids from our school were like inherently like a little bit whiter and preppier.
I remember when I first started,
side to side.
I was like this
XY
guy.
axis. Hidden
Yeah, you're
infinity
down here.
symbol.
Oh, I kind of like the torso.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
saying that's
it's
wrong?
more up here.
What's
Yeah,
up,
it's more
girl?
up here.
Hey, look, smile. No, look nice. Look nice. Chad,
I'm
that's too dirty,
I'm focusing.
bro.
I'm like,
You a dirty dog, dude. You gonna scare him
When you
off
get
with
in
that?
the
You
crack-
cute though. You can get away with that buzz
When you get
face.
the crack.
Oh, you crazy?
Yeah, they look
for
back
that,
and it's
dude.
only the whites of your eyes.
Yeah.
well, I think I've told this story a bunch of times, but I 7th grade, I was grinding with my crush, huge boner, and I was like, and she goes,
Yeah,
look
bro.
back,
Oh God.
but
She knew you had a boner.
yeah,
When I was in high school, I was supposed to go on like a walk with this girl, which was like like that equivalent of like a date. Yeah. And I was so worried I was gonna get a boner. I wore 2 pairs of compression shorts.
wow,
I
Did it
remember
work?
dudes doing that
What?
at dances. My buddy
It worked?
Roland.
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, I'm wearing compression shorts," and the girl's like, he was dancing with all the girls. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to get a boner tonight.
hilarious.
He's wearing like padded McDavid.
He was so
compression shorts.
dialed.
Yeah.
He'd be sweating out there. He was one of those good-looking guys. They always sweat too much. He was like,
Yeah.
Yep.
pouring. Dude, I wanted to ask you guys one more thing too about. Have you guys noticed this spate of May December movies where it's like an older gal dating a younger guy?
Yeah. What's up with that?
What are the other ones?
There's the Liam Hemsworth and Laura Dern one that just came out. There was the Anne Hathaway and whatever that cute boy's name was.
Zac
and
Efron?
And then there was Nicole Kidman, Zac Efron one. And there's been a couple of
Well,
them.
also, what was the girl? No Hard Feelings.
No Hard Feelings, another one.
Yeah,
That was good.
that one toes the line a little bit, I think.
It was fun. But I think my sociological perspective on it is it that women are making more money now and young men are making less money. So we've almost done the same paradigm that used to be man, woman, where it's like a younger dude's like, oh, I kind of want someone who's smart, resourceful, secure financially. Like it's almost put young dudes into the young gal spot
such a
from 30, 40
fascinating
years
point.
ago.
That's interesting.
I never in a million years would have made that
I want
connection.
that. I want to.
100%. I think a lot of young dudes do.
I wish I was like
Yeah.
It sounds sick.
19-year-old right now.
You didn't have to worry about a house. She'll take care of it, and she's cool. She
yeah.
still looks good.
Yeah.
She could hang, hopefully.
She's been through it. She's not expecting too much from you.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be the dream?
Yeah.
We'd
We'd
just be done working.
Yeah.
Mom Lem says women want younger guys because they aren't falling apart yet.
Oh, physically. But again, that's a
Nice.
desire that maybe wasn't available to women 40 years ago when they had to rely on guys to get a credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We had a family friend.
That's
who-
a
Now
good
they-
point.
now they can
I
get
think that's an
pervy on it,
astute
too.
observation.
Dude, thank you, man. I've been sitting on it.
that's
Waiting
so
for the
funny.
moment.
Like, they go get the tongue.
That's so good.
Did you guys already talk about how Chad sucked in his 60 for 60? Get owned.
What's that?
You sucked at eating that food.
Yeah, dude.
What'd you do? What'd you do? In and out?
Del Taco.
Oh yeah. I mean that's.
JT's gonna do it.
You
Sorry,
should
I
have
got
picked
distracted.
something healthy, dude, because you're not a big Del Taco guy.
I love Del Taco.
But do you eat? I don't think I've ever seen you eat Del Taco.
Of the fast foods, that's what I get. But dude, I thought it was only fast foods. I didn't know you could pick an Erewhon.
I did.
No, he
Hey,
didn't do
don't
Erewhon.
put Erewhon on
He's doing
me.
sweet green.
Oh, sweet.
I did Chick-fil-A.
Fast cash.
Fast cash. We had someone finish it this week.
What they eat?
Jersey Mike's.
Dude.
Who was it?
Owen Hahn.
Oh right,
Like
right,
a
right.
cook.
How many people finished it? 3.
3.
Strider or no?
Tyler.
Tyler Falbo.
Davis Clark.
Davis Clark finished. Oh yeah, then he ate an extra burrito.
You know the guy who's like, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Another day at the
Davis Clark was a madman.
I got to ask you guys about him. My friends are huge fan. Like, what's Davis Clark like?
Dude,
I
he's
don't even think I met him actually.
so I spent a whole day with him. Honestly, such a sweet guy and like a very like he's just very authentic. But yeah, he's like a caricature of like there's no off. Like everything you see is what he's like. We go to the you'll see tomorrow. Like we go to the restaurant on my show and like we go get the food. So we're like, all right, we're gonna drive to Chipotle. And he's like, how far is it? I was like, it's like I don't know, a couple miles away. He's like, we should run there. And I was like, I have to say yes. We're both wearing long pants. I was like, okay. So sure enough, me and him run 2 miles. He's running at like a 6-minute pace. I like died after a mile. I was like, fucking slow down.
He's a fucking madman.
But yeah, he was
And does he still work a regular job?
Yeah, I think he works in like investment banking.
that's when he shat his pants. You
He
ever see that
shit,
video?
he shit himself so he could finish the marathon quicker. What a beast, dude.
It was awesome.
Such a great guy.
But yeah, he was cool. Tony P has also become a boy of ours.
Yeah, we actually see him like a lot.
Yeah, the Strider met him, right?
Yeah, when we were in DC, we were hung out with him all day, and him and Strider went to this like brew pub afterwards to get dinner, and like it was very funny because we'd both been drinking all day, and he was like very much more put together. It was just like a funny vibe. But
I think what's so funny about Tony Pete, they're not funny maybe, but like peculiar, was like we were having a conversation and he's so interested in learning, you know, how to be like better in every aspect of his life that like we were having a normal conversation. He was like taking notes, which I thought was funny. Oh. Like if I said something that like resonated with him, he would like pull out his phone and like write it down. And I was like, that's kind of cool.
yeah,
That is badass.
it's badass.
There was a family on the elevator up here. All 3 people in the family were on their phones, and the phones were out loud.
Really?
And they were playing like,
They're all
videos.
playing separate videos. That's awesome. A dad and his 2 sons.
That's crazy.
I got on a plane to Miami one time and I got on and everyone was watching TikToks out loud. I was like, I had never seen anything like it. And it was like a 45-minute flight and I was sending videos to my buddies being like, this is insane. Like none of them realize how insane this is. It was like an airline that like
Everyone was doing it.
like the 8 people around me.
Were they mostly Latin?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said that now.
But
Oh, he was about to go off. We just spared ourselves crazy.
I'm Colombian.
He was
I'm
about
Colombian.
to fucking go crazy.
and it was like, I mean, the plane had propellers, so it was like, you know, whatever. But
Yeah.
I guess I kind of asked for it, but it was shocking. I was the most mad I've ever been. That guy today at the Dodgers game as well. This guy went and found a girl. He didn't come there with a girl, and he found one. He brought her back.
Brought it back. He only had one seat.
He only had one seat,
And
so
he brought
just,
her in?
He was just dominating my personal space.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and he kept elbowing
He only had
me.
one seat. Was she sitting on his lap?
No, she sat down on the seat, and then he stood facing her with his ass in my face, and he had a fucking glove, and he kept hitting me in the head with the glove and elbowing me in the head. And I looked at the girl, like every time I could make eye contact with her, and I was like, giving her the look like, what the fuck is going on right now? And finally, he was hammered, and he kept like doing the hug from behind that like boyfriends do at concerts. But like they had just met today. I'm positive of it. And then I finally was just like, dude, my buddy's like back here thinking he was like, we'll move when your buddy comes back. And he just scooched in even more. And now, yeah, it was a nightmare. But he left after a little
bit.
bit.
The Venn diagram of guys who bring a glove to a baseball game and find a chick at a baseball game.
Yeah.
This is the only overlap.
Very small.
I mean,
very
like
small
he walked up
percentage.
to her presumably wearing a
Yes,
glove
hammered, blackout drunk.
and
And he pulled it off.
he pulled it off. I kind of got to respect it.
Yeah, it was the most mad. I also have like a very short fuse, which is something I need to work on. But I was looking at Will being like, are you fucking seeing this right now? And he was like, dude, I'll switch with you if you want. But like, it was like the most mad I've, something about people being in my personal space in public when there's like definitive lines. It's like my thing ends here.
But it was also like he was hammered and a Dodgers fan, and we're like the two guys wearing Mets stuff in our section. You don't want to be picking the fight. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
smart.
didn't they kill a guy? I was trying to tell
Yeah.
this.
They killed a Giants fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they beat the shit out of him.
but like he probably said something, right?
No, I think they have it on video. I think they kind of two guys just attacked him.
My
Can we
dad,
look that up?
My dad was leaving a baseball game one time, and these guys, his friend, got into an argument with another fan, and they pulled over and got into a consensual fight. And my dad's buddy threw the punch, and the guy fell back and hit his head and died.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but he was like,
Did he
it
go
was
to
like,
jail?
no, because like if you're both like, like let's fight, like you're two consenting adults. It was like that's just something that can happen. It was a
Yeah,
fluke
stand your
accident.
ground or
Yeah.
something like that. You know, they tried to beat up my buddy. Some Dodger fans tried to beat up my buddy after. Not beat him up, but they were talking shit. It's a little dramatic to say beat him up. But we were walking out and they were like, "Nice jeans." My friend had tight jeans on.
Yeah.
Like, nice jeans. You got tight jeans.
Thank
And then,
you.
Thankfully, one of my friends was on coke, so he had a lot of like
Yeah.
get up energy. And he was like, "Why are you picking on my friend?" It was a great thing he said. He goes, "Why are you picking on my friend?"
Yeah.
It's
That's
very-
awesome.
Wait, was this a baseball thing?
Yeah, we were leaving the Dodger game.
Were you wearing opposing?
No, we weren't wearing any sports related. I think they didn't like us because we looked like hipsters, and they
I
were
get
more
that.
like real fans.
Yeah.
And I was like, hipsters are actually like the biggest fans. They could tell you like what Yasiel Puig's on base percentages.
But
and,
they
what
like
his WAR is.
soccer more now.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they're
I know. What
saying.
is that?
I think Will and I are kind of like rollover guys. Like if there's like any confrontation, so like
Oh yeah.
we weren't super worried about like if like we got tripped a little bit, and it was more just like we kind of snicker about it to each other. I don't think there's a bone in either of our bodies sober that would have the ability to turn around and be like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah, even drunk, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been confrontational drunk, but it's usually when like I know there's a barrier between us. So it's like if there's something that seems like I can't get around it,
Yeah.
then that's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, I got a story on this. I went to the Logan Paul KSI fight.
First mistake.
Yeah, exactly. And this little kid kept kicking the back of my chair, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was a little kid. So he kicks my chair, and I turn around. And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I like scream at him, and his dad, this like 50-year-old dude, just looks at me and doesn't say a word, just gives me direct eye contact. So I just turn around and sit back down. But the worst part of it all was the chick that was sitting next to me. It was like my first time talking to her. So I was like, "Oh,
dude.
shit's ruined, bro."
Yeah.
You flipped out on a little kid.
You can never
dude,
do
if
it.
you were a dude, you would have beat the shit out of that little kid.
If you were a real man,
Yeah, I
You
just
and the
would.
dad Eiffel towered after that.
Yeah. I can't believe you let that little kid punk you, dude.
Then the dad came and you're like, get out of here, bro. I'm still going.
I had that. I had someone kicking me when I put my little seat thing back on the plane.
Yeah.
I just don't even do it anymore.
Well, you and I have very different philosophies on this. Will has stopped putting his seat back because he doesn't want the confrontation. I will take my headphones off like this when I put it back to hear if they say anything. Mm-hmm. And we were on a flight one time. I put my seat back during takeoff. We're in like, the extra legroom section. So it was like, it wasn't like there was no chance I was going to be even near. And I had a feeling she was going to say something. So I like clicked the transparency button on my headphones. And when I went back, she out loud goes, "Are you fucking joking right now?" and I was like, I have to stick to my guns now. And she spent the entire first like 45 seconds of the flight just like pushing on the back of my seat, and I stood my ground.
I always recline. It reclines.
I don't do it on principle.
I stopped doing it because I'm like over it.
I never did it because I'm like, just because it can recline doesn't mean you should.
But do you care if someone in front of you does it?
Yeah.
I mean,
really?
I'd be like a
Okay.
little bummed, but I'm not going to
Okay.
push back.
I don't push back, but I'm like, dude, are you serious?
Really? You think less of them?
Yeah.
I've never even. I swear, I didn't even know it was like a bad thing. I guess my parents are rude and they raised me to be rude, but like, I was like 28 when I found out you're not supposed to recline your seat.
This was this year thing for me.
I don't think you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I don't even think. I just literally when I'm on there, I'm like, bro, if this thing goes back, I'm going because
Boeing
you
made
guys
it
are
that
having
way.
your lives could be so much better. Like you guys are really suffering for someone else that would be fine if you did the thing. Like you're not really negatively impacting
I don't think
their
it
life.
adds really any benefit.
Oh, it's a huge
it's
benefit.
big.
It's pretty
big.
nice. If you're trying to sleep, especially.
I'd never.
And on your back and stuff.
Yeah.
If you can
like,
really,
look at that. Whoa, look at that guy. How cozy does that guy look?
if you can really put it back, but I like.
Look at.
But
Come
the
on.
But
He's out
okay,
cold.
Okay, but how much do
Chad,
you put
he's
it
out-
back? Do you put it back all the way?
No, I
All
ease
the
in, I
way.
ease into it.
Well,
I
you
ease
don't
into
put it
it.
back all the
you
way.
can't really
I
do
do.
it. There's no
You do?
middle ground.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
It only goes back like 6 inches.
Yeah, you can.
You can't, like-
In economy,
You meet in the
In
middle.
economy, it doesn't go
No,
that
but
far
you can't
back.
let go. Like the button, once you press the button, it's like you're in one or the other.
No, you
Yeah.
can.
I'll
You
be,
can half-weight
I'll be
it.
like,
No.
I'll be like working. I'll be like on my computer, and it'll like shut my computer, and I'm like,
That is when it sucks. If they have their computer out.
yeah, I
then
can't put up my computer all the way.
But why are
Bro,
you working on an airplane?
That's all I do on airplanes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Well, so you don't need to recline.
no, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
because I don't have internet to distract me.
Honestly, dude, I think being on your laptop is worse than reclining your seat.
Being on your laptop?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, really?
Because then, okay, if I'm in the middle seat and I want to go piss,
Oh, yeah,
and you're
yeah.
deep in an edit and you've got headphones on and
Yep.
you're like clicking and thumbtacking and moving and shaping, I'm like, I can't piss or I'm just saying, to me, now we got to move equipment.
Yeah, you're making me the bad guy because you got to rearrange your whole setup here.
And then
No.
and then you do a huffy face when they ask to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I never. I'm very
Tolerant.
amenable. They're like, hey, I got. I'm like, oh, totally. Grab the computer, flip it up. I'm like, here you go. And then I anticipate them coming back. I'm like a show. I'm like, yeah, come on.
like that.
You're a maitre d'.
I'm like a door guy in New York
nailed it.
City.
Yes.
I'm ready to rock.
No, you do it smooth. You do it right. But I've seen people sit next to you on planes and they look like they're suffering.
Good.
They look like they got piss just coming out their toenails.
Coming out of their
You going
pores.
aisle or window?
I was going.
I'm an aisle guy.
I'm a window guy, but lately I've been peeing so much I've started to migrate over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want that flexibility.
I know it's a little scary. if
I
you're
hit the
not.
shitter 5 or 6 times a flight. Sometimes I just sit on the toilet and relax. Just breathe.
You and I would not get along on planes.
my dad
When
will do-
people take their time in there, I get fucking
Well,
furious.
Rusty, I already know all about your hustle because when we did your podcast, wait, which one is you, right?
What?
You're the one who's leaving the airport without saying goodbye to Will?
Yeah.
Yes, I stopped doing
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
though.
you got the worst
I
airport
stopped
etiquette
doing
in
that.
history, dude.
For the record,
Not exactly
For
an
the
authority.
record,
I'll concede. Yeah.
just hit diamond medallion. So like
Oh, this was a big
Wow,
part
you're
of it.
diamond
yeah,
guy?
diamond now.
Fucking
You thought you were
dude.
better than Will because you had the
I
diamond.
mean,
What
I
are you?
am.
Platinum.
I'm
Dude.
diamond. So
Dude, think about all the money I saved.
Jack
on the
Barrett and I are
flights that he
flying
played.
Delta One to and from Boston this week, and it's a great
Did you
thing.
get? How often do you get first class now?
Now I get it. Now that's the whole best part about diamond. Like unless there's someone who's a higher diamond than me, I'm in Delta One.
That's sick.
Nice. Are you
That's
going?
I mean,
to
you
the-
recline on that.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know
But
how many
that doesn't-
trees each one of those flights kills?
That doesn't change it doesn't change the seat back because it goes into a bed.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
that's sick.
I saw a guy. I saw a video of a guy.
He's an eco-terrorist.
He was in the aisle, and he would put his foot on the back of the armrest of the seat in front of him, and the guy kept being like, "Dude, come on, whatever." And he would finally move the guy's foot, and the guy kept putting it back up, and like a literal fight broke out. I will never get punched in the face again because of this. It was like a lesson I had to learn. I was leaving the bar with my friend's girlfriend. He was like, "Make sure she just like gets home, whatever." And this homeless guy shouldered her in the chest, and I went to wag my finger in his face and like tell him off. And he just fucking punched me, and my tooth went through my lip. And it was one of those moments where it was just. I remember my dad telling me all the time, I was like the biggest shit talker, and he was like, "You're gonna get fucking rocked one day, and you're gonna stop." And I literally have like, seriously changed the way I interact with strangers now.
Oh man.
Did it pierce all the way through?
No, but it like not like this way. It like grabbed a bunch from the inside. This was also on December 23rd, so it was like I came to Christmas just like
Jacked
looking
up.
horrible. But
How much time did it take, like all in? How much time did it take to get everything fixed?
I think if I went and got stitches, it would have been way quicker. But it was like a couple weeks.
Damn.
But I went. My friend said I got my finger in his face, and I said, "You don't." And I didn't get the third word out, and he fucking knocked my tooth through my lip.
He's a homeless guy?
So Bobby, who's the boyfriend of this girl, he heard me tell you that story on a podcast, and we were hanging out at this bar in New York, and he goes, "That wasn't a homeless guy, but in my story, it is." He was like, he
He
was
had just gotten a place that day.
It was, no. It was like his girlfriend was telling him like, "Yeah, I don't know why he keeps saying that." Like it was just like a normal guy, and apparently it was like more of a misunderstanding than I thought. Like I think I was just hammered and like completely misread the situation.
You didn't do anything.
You don't fucking do that. And
He had a hair
knocked me.
trigger. He was ready to go.
Yep.
All right, man. That's a good story to end
Someone
on.
said it was fake, by the way.
That video.
This guy has a reputation amongst our circles of having terribly sourced
I have really bad
information.
sources.
It's like
I don't think that happened.
it's like a fight from Independence Day. He's like, this is like World War II.
Aliens attacked 96.
I will. I'll like
He
tell
thought Randy Jackson. Did you see
I
this
saw that
clip?
clip. That was hilarious. Dude, your face was so funny.
It was real, dude. Have you seen this, Chad? I thought we were like, who's Randy Jackson?
Like from American Idol.
American Idol, and
Yo,
I was
dog.
like, yeah, he's yeah, we can just watch it actually.
It's so funny. You had me convinced for a second.
He's Michael Jackson's little brother.
No.
Randy Jackson. Yes, he is.
What?
Really?
Nope. Yep.
Nope.
Yes.
No. He's not Michael Jackson's little brother.
Oh, who's the fifth guy? He's the youngest Jackson.
No.
Yes, Randy Jackson is Michael Jackson's little brother.
I don't know if that's him.
That's not him, bro.
No, that is him. That is
That's him. That's not him, though. Those are different guys.
They look
Different guys for 1,000%, dude. Yeah, they don't look the same. Because it's Hollywood. I was like, did he get work done? That was amazing, dude.
Just to clarify, I was correct that Randy Jackson is Michael Jackson's
You
brother.
were right.
What
but
are the
not
chances?
Not the Randy Jackson.
Obviously, we weren't
dude.
talking about that Randy Jackson.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. That's so funny.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog,
Dude, thanks guys thanks for coming on after a baseball game and during Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
You
dude.
guys are
I was
legends.
riding a high from that Mets game, and the Jets lost, so it was perfect.
Thank you guys so much for having us on.
Of course, man. It's
Yeah,
fun.
thank you. Listen to Playdate.
Listen to Playdate podcast. Check out Will's show 60 for 60 on Friday Beers YouTube, and I've got a new episode of my show called How Cool coming out tomorrow. We joined a punk band, and then JT's episode of 60 for 60 will come out shortly. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
Playdate Pod is Will and I just shooting the shit for 2 hours every Wednesday.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
But listen to theirs first, and then ours once you're done.
All right.
Thanks, bros.
Peace,
Thank you
boys.
guys.